Well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You lovely folks joining me here nice and early over at Marvel Snap Zone. Welcome on in. Lovely day. Very excited. Was you know, a deliberate choice. We changed the way that we're releasing the tier list so that we can give early access to people who want to support the website. And that we can stream after the tier list releases on the channel on Tuesday, so that we can, you know, use some of those tier list decks and really use it to inform our stream and kind of look to educate people. And of course, as soon as we do that, we release our tier list, everything's fine, we're ready to go, bam! Patch. Huge patch. Possibly format changing patch. So, welcome on in everybody. Hopefully you're doing okay. I am getting better slowly. Unfortunately, I'm still struggling a bit. I have one functional ear right now, and still kind of struggling with the chest, but we'll figure it out as we go. But I am looking forward to hopefully jamming some games of Snap tonight. Gonna try some decks that I've been working on before the patch, and also some new decks that hopefully can succeed thanks to the patch, and see where we end up, fingers crossed all around. So you know the drill. If you're a regular at this point, do me one small favor on your way in the door. All I ask is that you like the stream. All you got to do is go and press that upwards facing thumb for me when you come on in and start watching, and you'll help us reach more people, get the content out there, support Marvel Snap Zone without costing yourself a penny and all that wonderful jazz that you know is the normal tagline in these regards. So we're starting with a sweet one, and y'all might think I'm crazy for playing this deck, but I've seen other creators having a go at a similar archetype, and I was impressed, and so I've been working on it myself. And that, of course, is what I'm going to call Double Doctor. Doctor, if you prefer. You may have seen a video go out about this today from a Jeff Hoogland, I believe. Let's take a look. Doctor is a move strategy. And I'm not kidding when I say I think this deck actually has the potential to be quite good. Patch is out now, yeah. Patch is already out, ready to go. All kinds of new shiny goodies. Absorbing Man now works with Wong. Thanos has been buffed, you know, all kind of goodies. But if you have not seen this deck before, let me walk you through kind of the basics of what we've got going on. Dr. Octopus actually performing quite well in the current metagame, truth be told, because it's really good at beating through Shuri decks and filling the lane with all the same nonsense. It's really good at shutting down Galactus and doing all that kind of nonsense as well. The downside with that is that sometimes your opponent fills a lane with stuff and your Doc Ock cannot challenge that lane. So what do we do about that? How do we fix that problem? Yang, thank you for the brand new sub. I appreciate you. What we do is we take our Dr. Octopus and we push it somewhere else. That's how we solve that problem, so that when we fill a lane for our opponent, if we're not winning that lane, we can still challenge a different lane by moving our stuff over. We can do that in one of two ways. We can either do it with a Heimdall here and just slide the entire board across after we've emptied our opponent's hand, which is kind of great. Or we can do it with Doctor Strange, as you'll find that for the most part, our Dr. Octopus is of course the biggest thing that we have in play, so we should be able to shift it around, move it somewhere else, and give it a chance to challenge a different lane, which is going to be real sweet, and I've been enjoying this one so far. The rest of this shell is quite interesting. There's a number of ways to kind of utilize the move synergies that are baked into Heimdall and Doctor Strange. We gain access to things like Miles Morales. We gain access to things like Kraven, Iron Fist, Vulture. These cards that normally shine in these move shells. Obviously Arrow, very much the same story. But this deck is a fantastic home for Shuri as well, because not only is Shuri ridiculous, because Shuri is ridiculous and she's great, but it turns out 20 power Dr. Octopuses, 14 power Arrows, and even 16 power Heimdalls can be quite good over the course of a game. So this one's been pretty sweet so far, and I'm hoping it's good. So we're going to start here tonight, and then we're going to move on to some Sandman decks after this and see how we feel. Hey Calamari, I'm doing okay. You'll notice I'm improving, but I am still struggling with the chest, but we'll make do. We'll make do as we can. So hopefully you're ready for this, because I'm certainly ready for this. Let's hop over and start moving some doctors around. I know the feeling, Brandon. I know the feeling. We have a gigantic Spider-Man leg dominating our battlefield so far. It's still there. I have cards behind it. What is happening? Okay. Good to know Snap is broken. Good to know. Okay, we might have to try that again. Well, the error got reported. I don't know what the error was, but whatever that was not a game of Marble Snap. And so we'll try again. Giant Spider-Man leg. Ah! It's still here! I can't do anything. Huh. Well, that sucks. We lose some cubes to friendly neighborhood Donga Man. Okay, cool. Great. Did the patch break my game? Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna give this a real quick restart. And see if we can fix this. Game broke. Game broke. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come for tonight, or I will be sad. Friendly neighborhood Donga Man, you're meant to stay on the intro screen, not follow us into the game, friend. Imagine losing cubes from Spider-Man in getting involved in your game. All right, we'll sheepishly try this again. Spider crotch, newest patch was a total botch. Electro Sandman's where it's at. Yeah, we've got it on the list of things to play tonight, Scarab. We'll be playing some Electro Sandman a little bit later. Yeah, even when you're not playing Spider-Man, you are now. Okay. Was I supposed to rest my voice? Yes. Yes, I was. You can tell that I am a responsible adult who listens to their doctor. Patch is out, yeah, patch is out. What might also be out is my ability to play Snap, because nothing is working quite correctly here right now. Everything is a bit slow and I'm kind of scared. Negative zone. Negative zone is probably okay. We're going to set up a really big Doc Ock here, I think. What is happening? The lag is already unreal. Scarab, you can play Iron Fist beforehand, or you can Heimdall him across, you can Doctor Strange him across, number of different things you can do. Want to try Sandman today? I certainly will be, Seven Bank. I've got a few lists thrown together already to play a little bit of Sandman later on today. Opponent with the hammer. Okay. To me. I've not found that to be the case so far, Thorborg, which is why I was happy to give this one a shake on stream tonight, because it's been surprisingly reasonable. I'm sorry, Calamari, but that's probably going to be an acquired taste. We'll have to see how we do. This is only an 18 power Docock. Which is super awkward because we're actually getting our opponent's hand here. So maybe we don't double the Doctor. Maybe we double the Miles. Because we actually want our opponent to have cards in hand. So opponent actually arrowed us anyway, which is a little annoying, but mostly fine off the back of New York existing. So they have Doc Ock, Doctor Strange. We gain Devil Dino and a Leech. Okay, this is a weird game. This is a weird game. Gotta take my headphones off for a second because I'm struggling to hear properly, which is not great, honestly. This feels like an awful lot of guesswork. Like a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is go for this. How's my weekend? Unfortunately, quite busy. Weekend remains busy, which is fine, honestly. I'd rather be busy than quiet. But sadly, it means I am still recovering. I am definitely better, you can tell by the fact I'm not coughing anywhere near as sporadically. But at the moment, yeah, ears are still struggling, and we are hacking periodically. Did we just lose this? Bruh. Okay, that is a lot of guesswork. Unfortunately, not enough guesswork. Because Magneto is going to rip some cubes from us. So, this is a shame. We've actually started kind of poorly off the back of the Snap client not wanting to work. Can't wait to see the new Sandman Spice. We got a few lists. Oh, I'll show them off real quick now, actually. Just because people might want them for themselves. But the things that I want to try with Sandman originally, well, I would try to show them off if the Snap client would let me. What is happening here? So things I want to try, we have a ramp shell, which I think is kind of where a lot of people are starting. I think the ability to be able to go Electro into Sandman is really quite good. And I'll be kind of exploring this Electro ramp style shell with that package. And I've also got an ongoing list that I want to work on. Looking to use Sandman, Wong, New Darkhawk, a few other things alongside Spectrum. To kind of leverage ongoing synergies. So we'll be trying that a bit later on today too. Reports of the PC client being super laggy. That's unfortunate. I can't stream from my phone, so we'll try and work through it, I guess. When's the Deadpool bundle coming in? Should be in about... What time are we on now? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 9 hours. If I recall correctly. Re-download all the assets. I might have to, you know. This is pretty bad. Like, we're just actually struggling to straight up play the game here, which is not great. Okay, we don't mind running out the Nightcrawler here for now. Do we Iron Fist? I think given that we still have the Strange and the Heimdall available, we probably do. It means that Vulture isn't suddenly an awful draw. Happy for Namor and Spider-Woman? I'm definitely happy for Spider-Woman. I'm not sure Namor changes a ton, but we'll see, I guess. Uh-oh, indeed. Alright, so let's pull the Sunspot out. That seems reasonable enough. Hey, Noun, it's going okay, thank you. Slowly improving. How are you? So we do turn on our friend Miles Morales this way, which of course we do get paid on. Turning off overlay tracker game works fine for you on PC. Hopefully we'll just ride through the bugs that were early on, and it's no big deal, but we'll quickly find out. So I think we're gonna go. I could set up Miles on 6 next to Aero if I preferred. I don't think I prefer though. I think we're just gonna go Strange pull the Polaris. Oh, Brandon, unlucky. I mean, but that means it's probably worth it, right? Can't be that much regret. 200 tokens away from She-Hulk at the moment. Very nice. I pinned Ghost yesterday, so now I am slowly working my way toward Ghost. Okay, this is gonna be a bit dicey. So we definitely Shuri here. The question will be whether we Aero or Heimdall. Opponent with the Thor. And the Wasp. Lockjaw going to work for our opponent here. Pulls the hammer up, which we really didn't want to see, to be honest. Okay, so we could dock instead. So the Heimdall here just isn't good enough. So I think we have to 14 power Aero and hope that that is. I don't think we're winning this game otherwise. Ah, opponent's got reveal priority, so their own Aero gets there first. Yeah, fair enough. No worries. Thanos buff caught you by surprise. I'm not sure it's a super relevant buff, to be honest. I think it definitely is going to be, you know, not nothing. But, like, he does now die to Shang-Chi without the Power Stone. I'm not sure it makes him that much better of a turn 6 player than it was before, to be honest. Download all assets. Get the asset download on the go. Hopefully we'll be okay. Hey Steven, how we doing? Pin Shuri? Yeah, hopefully the weight's worth it for you as well, Calamari. Fingers crossed. Have enough going for the Deadpool bundle. I kind of wish I was buying that one, but I am not. Yeah, Brandon, you're not wrong. I think the timing was definitely a little awkward. Because obviously we just talked about how good we think Thanos is. And then they decided to buff it. Is this the Hoogland deck? Not quite. I know he put a video out on it today. Very, very similar in concept. I am more of a fan of trying to use Heimdall to slide on the last turn, which is something I don't think Jeff was doing. But the strategy is basically the same, yeah. What patch? Patch went live about 35 minutes ago, something silly like that. Lots of changes. Patch notes are up on the website. You can find them on our Twitter. If you want to go find them on Marvel Snap Zone, you can. They're up over there already. Sandman now a 5/5. Yeah, we got the Electro Ramp deck ready for later on today, because we will be exploring that one ourselves. Okay, opponent snapping here is a little scary. I think we're okay to stick around though. Oh! That's a rather annoying Cosmo. Okay. Well. I think we're moving everything this turn. Wish we'd moved that a bit sooner. But alas, reveal priority a thing. Gotta farm some boxes so you're good to go back to good old Token City for sure, yeah. I need Coulson to be complete again too. It is gonna be hopefully a pretty quick acquisition, I hope. So this could be a game where Heimdall does some work for us. So let's go Polaris, Craven. Pull the Ant-Man over. This deck has been pretty cool so far, Henry. Unfortunately, we lost a good chunk of cubes to the game not wanting to work to start the stream today, which is obviously not the best way to lose cubes, but hopefully we can turn that around at a reasonable speed. So, we need to go Miles Heimdall. That's the plan. Yeah, Sandman might make leader better, to be honest. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough, but it definitely doesn't make it any worse. Have more success with Lockjaw Thanos than Zoo Thanos? Yeah, I think a lot of people are, to be honest. I think Lockjaw is just a very, very powerful card. Opponent will Spectrum. We get our slide on, and we're all good. Look at that. Heimdall scoring some cubes, giving us a nice recovery after the bugs cost us some early ones. Victory. Tried leader, didn't think it worked very well. Yeah, I definitely think it could, in theory. The question is whether it does. Oh, I also have Pixel Vulture. It's disgusting. I still have 0 crackle effects. It's actually an effect I have none of on any cards whatsoever. I did finally get Gold Bishop today, though, which is kind of nice. Pull Maria and Coulson. Very nice. I had no reserve saved. I own Maria already. I don't have Coulson, so Coulson will be within the next 12 boxes for me. And I will finally get to play it in several Darkhawk decks that I have not been allowed to play it in before. So, bit of guesswork if my opponent's playing a 2-cost card as to where it's going to go. I think it's less likely to go on the right. This is a little dangerous. No 2-cost card, which is sad. That was a bit dangerous. F. Big F. Opponent wants to snap. Do I mind giving... I don't think I'm retreating because I'm giving them a Craven. Yeah, I don't think I'm retreating because of it. It's fine. Unless they're like giving me Electro here. Yeah, that's what this looks like. Have we heard anything new about the bundle? Not so far, no. At least I haven't, personally, while I've been getting ready for the stream. State of Mind for bundle soon. As soon as we can. We've got the next season pass State of Mind out on the Twitter already. If you want to know who's coming after Nimrod, that's already on the website. But the team is working as quick and as effectively as they can. I don't mind some of the sports variants. I think some of them are okay. It ain't easy being cheesy and all that. Opponent with the Doctor Doom is pretty egregious there, honestly. So I guess what we're going to do is go Doctor into Heimdall and see if it's good enough. Wow, Jesus Christ. Where did this Odin come from, man? We're just playing turn 4 Doctor Dooms, turn 5 Odins? Like... Thanks, Hertzsmith. Appreciate that. I don't see a way to make this work, unfortunately. I think the changes to Sakara are mostly okay. I don't think they cause me any personal hassle. So we can pull the dock out and get 13 over here, but it leaves us unable to do anything else. The Heimdall can't go behind the goose that we randomly spawned, unfortunately. Otherwise, we might have some luck, but we are out of here. Unfortunate. Yeah, the location is now way less interesting than before, but it stops all the weird, like, storm and what's the other one? Wave interactions. Random stuff like that. Yeah, it looks like the PC client is definitely still struggling a bit. We have got the download all assets thing on, so hopefully we'll be okay in a little bit. But it is definitely struggling a smidge so far today. Okay. Shuri's Lab is pretty good for our deck, but unfortunately it being on the far left is kind of not. We would much rather make things bigger somewhere else and slide them across. Interesting. So we're just going to set ourselves up for Le Volshire here. Who should you get in the shop instead of Shuri? I mean, I would just wait until you have enough tokens for something you enjoy. Like, for the most part, I highly recommend going after Series 5 cards more than I do Series 4 cards, but it's really going to be a personal preference thing. Wonder if my opponent has the turn 3 negative. Let's find out. Imagine that the ladder is all ramp decks right now. I imagine there are quite a lot of them, yes. We will very quickly find out. Josh, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but my point, I assume they're talking about like Thanos and Galactus there. And the fact they will not be decreasing anytime soon. Okay. So I think we go 14 power Polaris, Miles Morales. Yeah, there's plenty of information in the game as of a new patch, so plenty of work for us to do. Don't hit the Doc Ock. Don't hit the Doc Ock. Why? Why do they always hit the Doc Ock? Well, to be fair, at least they hit the Nightcrawler and not my Doc Ock, so I can't really complain about that too much. It's a little frustrating, but it's okay. So let's pull my opponent's hand into Jotunheim. Thought you might as well play Sandman, but only because everyone else is. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be an awful lot of ramp on the ladder for the next... I unfortunately don't know what that means without further clarification, Josh. I would have to check. Dark Hawk nerf is fine, I think, personally. I think this is just Big Arrow, right? We have reveal priority. Big Arrow seems fine. Doc Ock doing its job the hard way this time. The protected rotation thing is in the reference to the cards you see in the token shop, meaning you'll see a Series 4 card in there, the next one will be a Series 4. Right, okay, sure. That makes some sense. Opponent retreats. Victory. Doc Ock doing it the hard way, without having to be moved around. You do love to see it. You do love to see it. Fair enough, Ben, good luck to you. To be fair, it's getting a bit late in the season. I probably should go try-hard mode eventually and finish the climb. But I'm kind of hoping we can do it with something cool instead. Been a wild season for us, sadly, because we just kind of haven't had the motivation to play the good decks. So climb has been a bit hard. Sandman is now meta defining. I think given that the patch has been live for like 40 minutes, that's probably a pretty bold statement. Think we've got plenty of time to figure out how good it's going to be, if at all, before we can really say that. I think it's definitely way better than it was before. Can't deny that. What? Why? I've had so many games recently where my deck goes like, do you want Leku Guela and Vibranium Mines in the same game? I'm not sure that's true at all, to be honest, Montax. I'm pretty sure those decks still exist. I don't mind it gaining an extra cost for 4 extra power on Sandman's ability, to be honest, Stephen. I think it's quite a big one. Yeah, I do want to explore Dark Hawk in negative decks now. I do think it's obviously a fair bit better over there. Yeah, he's basically a leech, right? He's going to get plenty of turn 6 retreats. Like, plenty of them. Alright, so we go Craven Nightcrawler here, I think. The Cosmo, sure. We can work around the Cosmo. We gain a Vibranium. Very cool. Okay. So do I just want to boot an 8-power Vibranium into Vibranium Mines? Is that a thing I'm interested in doing? I think it probably is, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. Try and shut down all the Death Wave shenanigans, all the you know, ridiculous style turn 6 plays, but it just means that your Arnim Zola Shuri decks get better, right? No, Steven, definitely not. Definitely a buff to Sandman. He's got 5 power instead of 1. That's quite a significant increase on a like anti-meta card, if you like. How do we want to do this? I think we do it this way. Go for the biggest error of all time. I'm not sure it's the biggest error of all time. I've seen some pretty ridiculous ones. I think we would rather have Aero be able to win us a game a lot of the time here, which is exactly what she's going to be able to do. We'll move the Nightcrawler out. Aero over here, play the Vibranium. And we should be gold. What are the new changes? Plenty of them. I would suggest go and take a look on the Marvel Snap Zone Twitter if you want the whole breakdown. But Sandman was buffed, Thanos was buffed, Spider-Woman was buffed, Namor was buffed, Dagger was buffed, Darkhawk was nerfed. Yeah, plenty of changes. Yeah, I mean, Electro Sandman is now very much a very important synergy, right? You can now gift memberships on mobile. Yeah, they made me aware of that the other day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure being greedy will probably be pretty good for the next few hours, I would think. How would I nerf Aero and Shuri? I've actually talked about both of those in the past. I don't have a really good fix for... I don't have a really good fix for Aero right now, unfortunately. I don't really know how you change that card and make it acceptable. Without just changing the ability entirely. Shuri, I think you just make it cost 5. Same thing, really. Thanos buff's a bit weird. Yeah, I think they made the choice to make that change before it started seeing play. And I'm not entirely sure it changes all that much, to be honest. But yeah, I think being greedy on the ladder for the next few hours is probably going to be pretty good if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Let's see where we want to set ourselves up here. It makes sense to go for the Baxter building, but I'm not actually sure it's correct. I think we're doing it. Yeah, I saw there was a change to exactly how Thanos worked animation-wise. I'm sure we'll see it on screen in a little bit when we eventually play a Thanos deck tonight. I will unsurprisingly be snapping with my opponent stuck in the Space Throne, because that is quite good for me. I think we're just going to set up the 20 power Dockhawk. Wow, maybe we can just do it now. Evidently, we can't do it now because the client is lagging out. Love this patch, lots of buffs instead of a lot of nerfs, for sure, yeah. Hate how people will complain about a card and it gets nerfed into oblivion. It's pretty commonplace, unfortunately, yeah. I think the problem you have with Aero is that if you risk changing the ability in full, you just make her very, very unplayable. Opponent snapped back. What on earth does that mean? Is this Galactus? I think this is Galactus. And so I would like to shut that down. Shuri Zero going to be insane? I think it's probably going to be pretty good, yeah. Is Galactus. Okay, so how do we shut this down now? I think it looks like this, right? Yeah, I've actually seen the Galactus Thanos deck doing the rounds. And then we add 16 power here. And I think we're good. I've actually seen a decent bit of Thanos Galactus around. People are trying everything to hide the fact they are a Galactus deck from you. They want to make it as unobvious as possible. Opponent understands that they are beat and would like to retreat. And they certainly are beat. Figured out the line. Look at that. Grabbing our 4 cubes for figuring out what the opponent was doing. Doc Ock frying the Galactus. Very good. Very, very good. Thoughts on Stature? I think Stature's pretty sweet. I don't really know where her home is right now, but I do think the card is quite cool. Yeah, Galacnos has been around. Is that like a best pool 2 deck to try and get to Infinite? We've got a list of the pool 2 decks we would recommend to climb with on the website. Highly recommend checking it out if you are so inclined. Alright, so let's go Nightcrawler here. Probably into Craven, move the Nightcrawler to set up the Miles. The peak makes me sad. You want Dr. Doom for the triple Doctor treatment? Unfortunately, I think that's probably a bit too much top end, but I would like to, because it would be very funny. Opponent snapped on the peak. I don't think we can afford to go anywhere just yet, but of course our opponent will likely be a Mr. Negative player, because they always are. Yeah, big recommend checking out the list on the website. Oh. Victory. I mean, I don't normally see people snapping and then retreating when Luke's bar turns up, but we'll take it. We'll take it and run. Thank you very much. Great deck name. Thank you. Assuming you mean Brandon's one as well, which I can definitely agree with. You could definitely play like Dr. Doom in the Heimdall slot if you wanted to. I do think I want the extra way of moving Doc Ock around after we're done with the thing. Yeah, opponent bluff snapped on the peak and got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Got caught with the hand in the cookie jar. The Nexus. Nexus is not always the best location. Do we want to stack this Angela in the Nexus? I think we probably do, yeah. Yeah, Luke's Bar, thankfully, is a location we're pretty good at getting ourselves into with this deck, if it's not on the right-hand side. Ooh, Cloning Vats? Cloning Vats is interesting. Cosmo makes me sad. Cosmo makes me sad. Thankfully, no rock though, which I will accept. Okay. White Boner, I think Dagger might actually be reasonable at the moment in just like traditional move, but this list is very much built to abuse Dr. Octopus. We're looking to be able to use it to clog an opponent's lane, and if we can no longer compete for that lane, use Heimdall and Doctor Strange to get it out. Hey, Sangil Lee, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Yes, you can play Sandman in Spectrum Destroyer. That is true. Opponent takes the pass. Interesting. Do we just slap the 14 power arrow in the Nexus, even though it doesn't work? I think we probably do. It's a bit too big. So if you were previously 1 card out from completing tier 3 and then they drop down 3 more, are you 4 off or just the original 1? You are 4 off. Opponent played the 0 last there, which is quite interesting. I think I just fire the Heimdall here because of the Cosmo. I think that's the best thing we can do, honestly. Yeah, Electro Sandman is probably going to be pretty popular, I would think, for a while. With the Typhoid Mary, Mary is not big enough by itself, and we're all Gucci. Just taking down the Nexus with big fat booties instead of moving stuff around. Also acceptable. Yeah, I also have the Helicarrier already, thankfully. It is nice. We have completed a mission, chat. We have played a 6-cost card. Truly shocking, I know. This deck's been very sweet so far. I am excited to keep on working on this one. I think you catch so many people off guard with the Dr. Octopus style stuff. Does this deck work without Shuri? Probably. I think you lose a lot of playability, but I think you might be able to play it without Shuri. Why have we got Spider Crotch again? Good lord. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the Sandman buff, but anyone who watched my last video on buffs and nerfs knows that Sandman was a card that I wanted adjusted. Oh, but you know what I do love though? I love choosing to put cards in my deck and then not getting to play with them because the game said so. But yeah, I personally like the Sandman buff. I'm quite happy to see it. Oh boy, squirrels. We've also gained the ability to B-star stuff. Is this Polaris snap worthy? That's the question. And I'm gonna go with yes. I think it's snap worthy. The computer says no. Hey, we hit the invisible woman, Pog. Okay. So now we're gonna go insert Shuri here. Oh yeah, the arrow was definitely what we needed. We needed a big idiot. And Arrow is a good big idiot. I will absolutely accept Arrow being the card that District X wants to give us. It is, after all, one of the best cards in Marvel Snap, if not the best card in Marvel Snap. May have watched Little Britain too much. Good problem to have. As always, folks, if you are joining me for the first time right now here at Marvel Snap Zone, please do us a favour and like the stream. Just go and press that thumb for us down below if you haven't done so already. It really does help me, helps the content grow, helps keep us ticking along, all that kind of wonderful jazz. Alternatively, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It would be lovely to see you for more live streams and more daily content each and every day. Very cool. 14 power arrow, going to pull my opponent's gunk into the Nexus and hopefully lock this one up because I'm assuming they cannot get much bigger. We're just going to try and put the largest amount of stats into the Nexus as we can. Which I don't really mind just picking up a squirrel, I suppose. Opponent would like to retreat, makes a lot of sense. Turns out, even randomly generated arrows are pretty good. Even randomly generated arrows are pretty good. This deck's been great. I'm actually having a really good time with this at the moment, and I'm hoping it's good. It's been very, very enjoyable. Sandman change, good or bad? I lean towards good right now, but obviously we're only like an hour in, so opinion may change. Opinion subject to change, asterisks. I lean towards good right now, though. This is an interesting one. Kind of want to hold my 1-drops until we have Angela down. Kind of want to play something into Miniaturized Lab. I think, given I have Heimdall in my deck, I'm going to hold the 1s. Yeah, it's an interesting change, Chief, for sure. Not sure how I feel about it just yet, but... Do we fight on the sewer system? I think we do. Sewer system is a fine fight.
But what are we, a team? No.
Brand new subs coming in. Thank you very much. Mark Rodriguez and Jordan Morrison. Welcome to Marvel Snap Zone, my friends. Hopefully you are doing very well today. Quantum Tunnel. That's probably not good. Opponent snaps on Quantum Tunnel when they're a Thanos deck. Are we just supposed to get out? Yeah, we probably are. I know it's boring and that doesn't make for the best of content, but like if my Thanos opponent wants to snap on Quantum Tunnel, I should probably leave. I don't think we are winning that game very often. I think the Spider-Woman change is your favourite. You love that card. I would love that card to be playable, yeah. It does feel like it's always been a bit out in the cold. And it's got an ultimate variant. Like, you got to make cards that have ultimate variants good. That's just in the rules. Ooh. Sanctum Sanctorium's pretty good for us. It's like almost snap good. Yeah, I think the Sandman change is actively just a good change. Card has more of a chance of being played than before, which is all you can ask for any card in Marvel Snap, really. I think some people are just scared because they've been enjoying turn 6 vomit games, and they're worried they might not be able to do that anymore, which, yeah. So opponent can move too, so I'm definitely glad that we didn't snap, otherwise I would be quite sad. I don't want to move Dagger with Polaris, that would be bad. So I think we are just going to be going Shuri in the middle here. Opponent will move the Dagger themselves. I will likely be slamming a rather large Dr. Octopus into my opponent's skull and seeing what sticks. Dagger looking good here. Can't complain. Yeah, I think this is just a bit too good to not do. So, Mechanical Arms Man, go. Opponent will Iron Fist, kick their Polaris across. We can beat that because we can kick our Vulture across, which is fine. Human Torch, they are really all in on the move. All in on the movie goodness. So their hand is now empty. Well, they draw 1 card, you know what I mean. And so we're going to go Iron Fist, Vulture Miles, and probably move the Shuri out to make space. Seems good. Opponent will Shang the Doc Ock. Seems fair. Sandman made no sense in the Zabu list. I think it made sense in some Zabu lists. Before the nerf, anyway. Maybe not so much now.
All systems go.
Okay, a little scared of the Heimdall from the opponent because I've got mine, but mine doesn't win, I don't think. Toughy. think we just have to hope that Vulture wins here. And we do. Very nice.
Victory.
Folks, let's accept that some people agree that Sandman made no sense. Some people agree that it didn't. I saw many players making Infinite with Sandman in their Zabu decks that had many pieces of success with it. I saw some people that actively didn't like it in their decks either. But unsurprisingly, none of us, not even me, the guy who works for the largest fan Marvel Snap website on the planet, is the sole arbiter of what's good and bad in Marvel Snap. Because you know why? We're all just an individual. Don't get so heated about it. It's all good. Losing the Heimdall here was kind of sad. Not the end of the world though. I think we're going to stack the Angela mid. I would argue I know nothing about Marvel Snap. Well, not nothing, but next to nothing. Pretty reasonable start here. Again, we get to Shuri into either Aero or Doc Ock once again. My word is law. I certainly hope not. I am a dozen angry badgers in a skin suit. Ugh. Even Ben Bro, like Ben Bro knows more than all of us, right? But Ben Bro doesn't know everything about Marvel Snap. Ben doesn't play as much as some, like, you know, streamers. So I'm sure there's plenty of things he doesn't know. Which is okay, I might add. It's alright not to know. That is important. Opponent with the Wong. So they're never gonna Surfer on 5. I saw Sandman kicking an old lady in the shins. That's hilarious. Where do we Doc Ock here? Where do we fire this octopus? Think we fire it into Kunlun. Fill it up. Rogue is fine. Rogue doesn't matter. Mystique is now a second Wong. Please don't be the Surfer. Okay, we're all good. Magic is fine. I accept magic. Little bit of lag going on again, but we can fight through the lag. We're all Gucci. Victory. Goodbye. Goodbye, opponent. The reason we lagged so much is because my opponent rage quit, which is fair, honestly. I'm assuming the Surfer is in their hand and we didn't pull it, which is pretty gnarly. Again, I'm not sure I would call Sandman meta-defining just yet, but I look forward to seeing what it can do. I really do. Alright, I'm going to try another one. If we keep getting little bits of lag, I might restart one more time and to try and give this one final kick up the bum, iron out all these issues, and then hopefully we will be okay. This deck has been really sweet, by the way. Really enjoying this one at the moment. I'm sure there's a Star Wars joke in there somewhere. Fortress, pretty sure. Yeah, Doc Ock does some gnarly nonsense. Zombie Surfer still floats around. It's not as good as it once was, but it does still float around. He also killed Spider-Man that one time. Okay. Fairly certain we are on the Polaris plan here into Iron Fist Vulture. Surprised to see the armor going left there, to be honest. I assumed the armor would want to protect the big thing. Very nice exploring nothing and everything. I am jealous. Hopefully you enjoy your game night. Okay, so I think we're gonna go boot the Vulture into the middle. Opponent does have the Shuri, so this is very much going to be a case of... Yeah, Montax again, sometimes playing Zabu on 3 and playing like White Queen plus Sandman or Dracula plus Sandman on 4 was enough to win a game. Because your opponent couldn't catch up with that, but I think that's the argument all round. So I think we gotta try and Doc Ock our way into this game. Thunk. Steal the Taskmaster? Okay, did we hit the Taskmaster? Okay, neither of those are Taskmasters, which is kind of bad. If they don't have Taskmaster, we're probably fine here. Seems pretty unlikely, honestly. I think this is our best shot. If opponent snapped, I would probably leave. But having not snapped, I think we try this. We just had a pass on the Sunspot? Fair enough. Pass on Sunspot is good. Guess I was better off just playing the Heimdall. I guess I overthought it. I did not think we were getting passed on Sunspot there, to be honest. That's totally on me. Alright, Brandon Montax, I think it's pretty clear at this point the two of you disagree fundamentally. That's okay. I'm not sure either of you is convincing the other at this point. So it's probably probably best to let it go, I would think. Not impossible noun, for sure. For sure. Sunspot from OP. Plenty of Sunspot around these days as well. The combination between Sunspot and She-Hulk and everything else is I guess mostly Wave. Definitely becoming more popular than ever. It's pretty. Yeah, the spider crotch keeps turning up. It wants to keep doing that. Spider-Man wants to keep like busting through the home screen, evidently. Not entirely sure why, but he gonna do that. Opponent will Electro. Sure. I wouldn't buy a Larry, honestly, no. You're gonna open her in the next 12 boxes anyway. I think I would just wait. Mindscape makes me very sad. Leech makes me kind of sad.
Opponent snapped.
I feel like I'm sticking around through this snap because I have a 40 power Doc Ock in a second. Opponent with the Magnet Man. Where's the 40 power Doc going? That's the question. Sadly, we have to give the Heimdall to my opponent, which is a bit sad. I think it's just going here. Of course we get arrowed, so it probably doesn't matter. Folks, you've been asked to drop the conversation at this point, please. It's the last time I'm going to ask, okay? Arrow is, usually her stats don't matter. No worries, Larry, happy to help. Yeah, normally Arrow's stats just really don't matter. I guess the best I can do here is Jubilee, Carmitage, Lizard mid. Opponent goes for the Heimdall play. Gonna need some help off this Jubilee, I guess. That is not the help we were looking for. No dice. Arrow very much proving to be a massive pain in our ass that game. Turns out Leech Arrow, still good. Still good. No, I think Arrow's probably still playable as a 6-drop card. I don't think it actually changes all that much. For what it's worth, I also think Wave is an issue. I've got on the record as mentioning that I think I'm supposed to hold this till post Angela once again. I do think the interaction with Wave is proving to be an issue universally. Montax, you have been asked to drop it. Please consider doing so. Thank you. It's okay to have healthy disagreements, but this conversation is not going anywhere. Both parties clearly just disagree. That's fine. It's okay to disagree. We've established neither of you is changing your mind. Let's let it go. Well, Elysium here is quite good, huh? How do we sequence this one? I think it looks like this. I'm tempted to snap. I think I'm gonna. You hated leader, but gutting him like the Des div, just remove an annoying but useful tool for players' options. So I don't think killing every card is a good. I agree. Do I think Dark Orc is still worth 3k post nerf? Probably yes. I think when he has now dropped, so I would say so. Yeah, I think so. I do kind of agree that I think they overcooked it with specifically Leader. I think Leader was arguably nerfed a bit too hard. Alright, it's time for 20 power Dr. Octopus. Opponent will Magnet Man, sure. You swap Miles here. That's a good question. Potentially. I think it's really quite good here, but you can definitely run a version of this deck with less move elements, so that Miles is less of a factor. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that looks like, though. Opponent has their one card in hand, so we, at this point, should look to Strange Miles, pull the Doc Ock out, Why is Doc here? The deck is built around him. We are very much built around using Doctor Strange and Heimdall to move him out of the lane he fills in order to win other lanes. That is the plan of action anyway. And so if my opponent takes a pass here, they gain 6 up to 17. I can gain 11. I think gaining 11 is enough here. I kind of don't want a Heimdall. Weird. Wait, why did my... Oh, Titan! I forgot Chavez costs 5, dude. Was that avoidable? I'm not sure that was avoidable. I didn't think I lost to Chavez there, but I forgot about Titan making Sunspot 1 bigger. That's an unfortunate loss. Losing your mind, you're a Sandman main, the struggle's been real. Well, here you go. Welcome to the show. I think both of those are acceptable purchases in my opinion, Ian, for sure. I wouldn't fault you for buying either of those cards. I'm not sure I was able to avoid that. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, to be fair, I think it's a reasonable concession to buying Thanos instead because you know it's not going to decrease from series anytime soon. It's probably a valid factor if you're looking for a tiebreaker. I believe the Deadpool bundle drops in about 9 hours, I think. If I recall correctly. Do I want to turn on Miles here? Man, this hand is unfortunately a big old pile of clunk. Ugh. This is not how you draw it up. I wish I just fired the Nightcrawler on turn 2, turned on Miles that way. Regrets are real. Alright, I think I'm just playing this for the body, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I agree, Brandon, for sure. Yeah, Luke, it's a sweet one. I've actually been having a really good time with it. I think there's a lot to learn here too, which is very important in my opinion. Man, might not have stranged if I knew my opponent was going to do the job for me. Let's just boot the old Miles Morales across here. Happy to help you, Sam. I say, very much a work in progress over here, but the concept seems very sound, and I've been having fun exploring said concept. What are my early impressions of Kang? I think the card is probably not going to be very good, but I also think I'm in the minority there. No, Mystical, I don't. Where does this octopus go? I think I want to slide it across into the danger room. I think. What do you got in your hand, opponent? Hazmat. Not really what I expected. F. Well, we're not winning that one. That should be up on the website already. Next season pass data mine should be up on it already. Now, and I'm glad you enjoyed the stern telling off, I suppose. Do I think they should? No, I think the climb is fine. I honestly haven't been massively motivated to try very much this season, is the sad truth. We've been trying to play cool decks and brew stuff. Mostly because I just haven't been enjoying the format all that much. I don't think the climb is too hard, particularly, honestly. I think this list is very much built around Dr. Octopus. Shuri, obviously, is part of the glue that holds that together. The list might not work if you don't have it. Unsure. Yeah, that's what you sign up for when you play this deck. Sometimes you are going to Doc Ock yourself into death. That is part of the arrangement, unfortunately. It's what you signed up for. That's a pretty good peak. Opponent would like to leave? Makes sense.
Victory.
I've seen April's data mine. I have. Mystical. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I say this on stream all the time, and I mean this. I mean this with the utmost sincerity. You are more than your results. Okay. If you're having a bad season, the season's a bit grindier. The decks you normally enjoy playing and that you're familiar with aren't quite as good. Maybe you've got other stuff going on IRL and real life takes priority, and sometimes you've just got a massive spider crotch on your screen that stops you being able to play the game properly. Whatever it might be, your results are not an embodiment of you as a human being. You are more than that, and will continue to be more than that. Please remember that. It is important. Hey, so Nubicus, yeah, the Doc Ock kind of betrayed us there, really. Good game, my friend, good game. Yes, Rayman, we can make that play. That is definitely a play you can make on turn 6, is pushing across the Doc Ock with Iron Fist. Do I notice any real change in Thanos? Not so far, but we've only played against it like once or twice. I don't think it's particularly noticeable so far. Oh, District X can blow me. I hate this card. I say this card, this location. Spider Crotch. Spider Crotch. It never wants to leave the screen, does it? We gain a Scarlet Witch from our opponent. It was a randomly generated one. We are going to pull the lizard across. Yeah, Mystical, what to say? I've been bouncing up and down all season this season, my dude. It's been very, very rough at times for me as well. The season's definitely been harder, but I need you to know that, like, the season being hard does not mean that you suck. That's not how that works. I promise. Squirrel Girl is a bit whatever here, to be honest. I kind of need to fill up the District X lane now that my opponent's lizard is still there. They're adding Edwin Van Cleef. Edwin Van Cleef is a good card. Not in this card game, but a good card. Yeah, base Thanos getting shanged now is definitely not nothing. Is this Bast good? This Bast is legitimately good, right? I think it is. Alright. And now, I think from a digital perspective, that's probably a bit too difficult. They have no idea what cards you would have drawn, haven't drawn, did draw, didn't draw, might have drawn, thought about drawing. It's a bit of a complex one, I think. I think we're good here. We just get to go Brain. Iron Fist. Stats? Oh, hang on. This is better, right? We go Iron Fist, kick the brain stats. Yeah, that's better. Opponent would like to leave. Makes sense. You find if you get try hard, get sweaty, you just end up hating the game. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, don't do that to yourself. That sucks. Like, I mean, unsurprisingly, I don't think anyone's going to be too shocked to hear this. Like, I spend a lot of time working on things to do with Marvel Snap, thanks to the nature of my job. And sometimes, I get, in fact, pretty regularly, I only play on stream, or when I'm making content, making videos. Because I finish making videos, I finish streaming with you guys and hanging out, and do you know what the last thing I want to do is? Play more Marvel Snap. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work for not a lot of gain there, unfortunately. To be honest with you now. I don't know, Mystical, I enjoy it. But I was also a poker player. Retreating and folding is part of the game, and I think it's a pretty fundamentally enjoyable part for a lot of folks, myself included. But if you don't enjoy that aspect, maybe it's not the game for you. Nice 4-power Nightcrawler, nice and early. Not going to complain. Interesting with this Tinkerer's Workshop. I kind of think I'm... Well, okay, maybe I'm not burning... no, I'm burning the energy, right? This is much safer to just Craven. Yeah, it's like a, you know... Would you say you lost if you folded a hand in poker? Probably not. Like, you definitely shouldn't think of it that way. Like, in fact, you made the correct decision. Because you let it go. Which is winning. You won by not playing, which is very counterintuitive. Yeah, Mystical, there's no harm in taking a break either, you know. Like, it's okay to stop. It's okay to chill out and do something else. Rickety Bridge kind of blows. You know what doesn't blow, though? Dr. Octopus in Rickety Bridge. It's quite funny, in fact. I'm not sure we're going to want to do it, but it's definitely an option. Alright, so we'll go Vulture here. Look to move it with Strange at some point. How do I feel about the Thanos buff? I think it's mostly a non-issue. I don't think it changes very much about what made the card good already. Yeah, Rayman, exactly. There's different strokes for different folks, right? Different strokes for different folks. Do we kill this Coulson? Or do we just Shuri? I think we just Shuri. Is the patch out? It certainly is. Patch is live. Yeah, I think we talked about it in this week's tier list, actually, which if you haven't watched, you probably should, even though it is now out of date several hours after we released it. Because, of course, it is. Thank you, Second Dinner. But with all that being said, we talk about it there. The negative Surfer deck has a positive cube average, but it's got a 42% win rate. Like, deck secretly sucks, but... Yeah, exactly, you're saving your cubes for another game. It's very much the same thing, I think. At least, that's how I feel about it. $20 power Doc Ock. What do you have for me, opponent? Thump. Okay, so opponent's on the old Darkhawk nonsense. Which kind of sucks here, actually. I think I'm just supposed to move the Doctor out. I think. Namor got a buff. How would I buff Orca? I don't know. Probably give it like 20 power or something. I'm not really sure how you can make that card particularly good. Yeah, we've got a Electro Sandman Spectrum deck on the table for later tonight. Should be pretty good, actually. Hey, Maverai. How you doing? We lose this on breakers, right? My tiebreaker math needs work. I should have expected the second dinosaur there. Yeah, we could have done better than that, I think. Alright, I think everyone wants me to play some Sandman, so screw it. Let's play some Sandman. Let's get Sandy. Let's get Sandy. It's a sweet one, Imagine. I'm definitely going to keep working on this. We'll probably play a little bit more of it later on. Tonight, actually. The deck's been very, very sweet. But if people want to get Sandy, we can get Sandy. Yeah, this is the ramp shell. This is the ramp shell. We'll start on ramp and move on to ongoing shortly afterwards. I'm not sure, Raymond. I'm not sure. 10 power Sandman could definitely be kind of gnarly if you wanna do that to people. But yeah, we're working on a few things. New patch, new nonsense, new stuff. Plenty of stuff to enjoy. Let's get ramping a little. The Salt Man. He might very well be the Salt Man by the end of tonight. You're not wrong. There was a lot of green goblins out there for sure. Yeah, now I have to do the same. I delete a lot of decks. Just open Bast, very nice. Is Maul good? I think so. Maul's pretty hot. I personally like Ebony Maul quite a lot. Yeah, I want to try some negative Darkhawk at some point today or tomorrow or eventually as well. I do think that card has the potential to be quite strong as well. Think we snap, because you know we're doing the thing, and if the thing is good, we should snap. Snap when you do the thing, chat. Is Aero replaceable? Yeah, I think you pretty much can in this deck for sure. This deck mostly just cares about big fatties, and you can play your favorite flavor of fatty, regardless of which one that might be. Do we Sandman or Leech? I think this is just better, right? Like, turn 4 Leech is just like highway robbery, I think. Maybe Jai-Chi, but I think that's what I want to figure out. That was the world's biggest slow roll of a Killmonger. Because it took forever for it to turn over and have the assets load. Alright, so I think we just Doom. I don't really want to Magnet Man this Vulture until I know I'm winning. Think we just Doom. Looking like the Sandman may have been better than the Leech this game, in fairness. Luke, I'm sorry, that's terrible. Speaking of terrible, how's my deck gonna do me like that? Arnim ongoing, interesting. Lion, it mostly comes down to what deck I think I'm against. Aero tends to be the card that will come down last or latest. But it very much depends on who you think you're playing against as to which card you should prioritize. I think I'm supposed to Magnet Man here. Why would you play mid?
Victory.
I'm so confused as to why my opponent would ever play mid there. Well, it paid off. 4 cubes. Pog. We accept. Oh yeah, for sure, Nan. 100%. We'll always try and get the Electro killed. You think we'll get the booster magnets tomorrow? I have no idea, unfortunately. No idea whatsoever. I know they're meant to be soon, but I've not seen anything to confirm what's what. Lion, I actually think the power buff is mostly irrelevant on Thanos, to be honest. It does mean he now gets Shang-Chi'd, but most of the time you weren't playing Thanos for his body anyway, which is not to say that he doesn't have a very nice body. I'm not body shaming anybody, but the stones were definitely more important. Project Pegasus. That's pretty good, isn't it? I might regret this snap, but I don't care. We're about to find out. Yeah, unfortunately, the Electro is quite important for this one, Matt, yeah. Would I still consider Darkstalk Tier 1? The new patch has been live for about an hour. I have no idea, unfortunately. Hey, 2D Skills, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're enjoying the show, and thank you for supporting Marvel Snap Zone. It means a lot. Sandman Turn 1 for maximum content. You know why? Because the Goblin's going back, chat. The Goblin's going back. You can't control it. The flooding area is going to flip right onto Project Pegasus. I can feel it, but that's not the point. This is far too cool to do, and if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. So, here you go. Opponent with the Hobgoblin. All kinds of nonsense over there. We wave again. And send the Green Goblin back. Okay, that's definitely the better of the two outcomes for me, at least. Ebony Moore, no good. We are just going to Magnet Man. Magnet Man. That's his name. That name again. Magnet Man. Opponent with the debris. Galactus incoming? Don't think so. Don't think so. And then I think we just arrow. We're both under Sandman, so I think goodbye, opponent.
Victory.
That one was a bit disgusting. That was a bit good. The old wave Sandman into Odin on the Goblin and wave into Magneto. We ramping, boys and girls and non-binary pals. We ramping. We are accelerating. How we doing, folks? Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully you're having a good time. Thank you, Seven Bank. If you haven't already, please do consider liking the stream for me. Would be lovely to see you do that. Oh boy. We draw some free cards from Olympia. This hand is kind of crackers if we draw a 5-cost card. Nowhere. Think I'm probably snapping on 3 here. Hopefully it's not too bad for you exploring nothing and everything. I've not got the headphones on right now because I've got problems with my ears. Could Magneto be replaced? I think so. For the most part, you're just looking for big idiot of choice. always the way it should be now. I try and provide a space for everyone. That is what it's all about. The Cosmo here is actually super annoying. Nonetheless, we will get Sandy on turn 4. Opponent looks to be on Shuri 0 of some capacity. Makes me not want to leech. Not that I can anyway, because there are two locations that it doesn't do anything. I think we might be losing this one, unfortunately, thanks to the 2 Cosmo lanes. Well, not 2 Cosmo lanes, but 2 places where the on reveals don't work. Can you be my big idiot of choice? I mean, I have many big idiots of choice. I think we're out of luck here, actually. We could take a pass. So, the problem is we lose the Taskmaster, right? Taskmaster always eats our soul. I feel like this is a retreat. We lose to too many things. Way too many things. Double Cosmo lane was definitely a bit of a problem there. Yeah, Rayman, I think that's kind of the beauty of it, right? Is people can enjoy different things about Marvel Snap. It's great. I think the single power buff to Dagger, Namor, and Spider-Woman will have any effect. I think they will on Spider-Woman and maybe Dagger. Probably not Namor. For sure, J-Wolf, for sure. Heck yeah, for inclusivity, I couldn't agree more. How many District X games do we have to have tonight? Yeah, if we take the pass to Nick, we lose to things like Red Skull instead of Taskmaster. There's just a few too many things we lose to universally there. But yeah, I want to be an inclusive space, as I should be. You deserve to be able to be yourself. It's very important to me. But yeah, it turns out, I guess in case folks were interested, the chest infection I got was acute bronchitis, which sounds about as fun as it really was. In a nutshell, it's taken nearly 4 weeks to get over. But now, unfortunately, as a result of getting over it, and I'm not even quite over it just yet, we're still on the tail end of it, I now have tinnitus in my ears, so I can't even hear properly either. So, as you can imagine, editing videos has been a fresh hell on earth, because I can't hear properly. Bast into Brood. That's pretty good, huh? It didn't sound very cute. You are right. Any decent Magnetos or replacements in the deck? I think you could just play a 6-drop of your choice and see how you feel. I don't think that any of them are required. Obviously, the ones I'm playing are the ones I think are the best, but I don't think you need them. I think we're gambling. It's all good. I appreciate everyone being kind about it. I know a lot of people were asking about what was wrong with me, which is super appreciated. Happy to be able to tell you. But yeah, it's been pretty funky, unfortunately. It's not been the best time for me physically. Once pull 3 complete, how often do you unlock Series 4 cards? You could go up to 79 caches, I believe, without seeing a single card. You are 1 in 40 boxes on average. Thank you, Calamari. Appreciate it. I'll be right as rain before you know it, but yeah, I know a few people were kind of asking about how I was doing, so there's that. I think I need to leech my opponent here. It's not great. Oh, Raymond, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, 1 in every 40 boxes is not exactly the most fun ratio. Couldn't agree more. And I think the Shana is the only way we win this. Gotta get quite lucky, I think. What do I think about adding Psylocke to this deck? I think Electro and Wave are often going to do your job for you a lot of the time. I don't think you need a third way of accelerating. You'd rather get priority early, I think, with cards like Ebony Maw. The only card in this deck I'm not sure about, honestly, is Jubilee. Yeah, Thorborg, it's not great. I still can't sleep very well. And as I said, I don't want to sit here and complain. We don't want a miserable atmosphere. But yeah, it's been a rough few weeks. People are like, oh, the quality of your content is declining, or you know, and oh, you know, you're uploading later. It's like, yeah, well, I have to edit all the coughing out of the videos, and sometimes I can't hear properly, and yeah, you just kind of want people to understand fundamentally what is going on and why it's so difficult. Man, the hood there is such a kick in the face. Never mind. Bit of a rough one with this one so far, but mostly because we keep hitting District X games. I would like to stop hitting District X games. I'm happy for you, Luke. I have actually literally not played Orca since I opened it. Hey, Maverite RSL, thank you so much for becoming a member of the YouTube channel here. I really appreciate that. Welcome on in, enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, and your early access to the tier list every week, with some more perks coming very soon. Thank you for the support, it means a lot. That is your pity timer, unfortunately. Your pity timer is as high as 79 boxes. Approximately 1 in 40. Means a lot, Maverai. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm glad we're able to help your enjoyment of Marvel Snap. That's very much what it's all about. Ebony Maw into Warrior Falls seems good. Yeah, Kappa, I'll be honest, right? I didn't buy Shana because, I mean, let's be honest, the card isn't fantastic. But it's the only Series 5 card I opened, and I love it. It's easily one of my favorite cards in terms of how fun it is to play with. So I wish it was good in more decks. I really do. Hey Wisco, how you doing? Hopefully all is well with you. Final Lockjaw. What do we want to accelerate here with our opponent showing us Lockjaw? Do we Sandman? I'm pretty sure we Sandman. If they're a Lockjaw deck, I would rather cut them to 1 card a turn, I think. Opponent chooses to Leech and me. Yeah, Shana chose me. I do genuinely think the card is a lot of fun. I wish it was better than it is. I have a really good time when I'm playing it. The arrow draw there is huge. So I think we just play... Do we do that there? How do we sequence this? I think it's here. I mean, Kappa, I think I've probably played more Shana than anyone else alive, honestly. I've played with that card so much. I find it very fun. So we have reveal priority here. We're winning in 2 lanes, and Sandman is in play. So I will be snapping and slapping my arrow down. My opponent would like to leave. I'm actually really hyped for the Absorbing Man buff as well. Arrow works too, yeah. That's actually probably significantly better. Chat is right. Ah! What the hell? Chat, have you ever wanted to play Marvel Snap, but smaller? But yes, the arrow draw was pretty clutch, and Chat's play is better than mine, for sure. But I really want to find a good Absorbing Man list to experiment with the change. I also enjoy Wong quite a lot. Multiverse Snap. Sandman broke it. Sandman is cracked. The Watcher took over. We are the Watcher, chat. That's who we are. Microverse confirmed. Oh, Spider Crotch. Spider Crotch. Spider Crotch. And it's gone. Beyond the multiverse. Yeah, that's what it feels like to be the Watcher. Quantum Mania isn't just a movie. It's an experience. It's an experience. Okay, so I think I'm going to hold this Ebony Maw for now. There's no 2-drop I can draw that punishes me. I can get plenty of information here. Yeah, Quantum Mania going on, exactly. I would like this to be a Hulk now. That would be great. Yeah, for sure, Jordan. I don't think it's bad. I genuinely do not think it's bad. I'm excited to see where it lands. So my opponent probably makes a second Hulk here. I think we have to be okay with that. Multiple Man is never getting used. We find the Electro. Wish we could turn this into a Hulk now, but we have signed our deal with the Devil. So, fairly certain we're snapping. And then getting to work on the Sandy Man. I got the Kang title earlier, right? The one in the season pass. The Have I Defeated You Before? And I was like, I like that one. That one's actually pretty good. No, Christoph, I don't. I don't think the... Oh, opponent Storm here is really good. I don't think the Sandman buff is going to kill Thanos. I think Thanos is going to be completely fine. Okay, so we've seen Storm, Sunspot, Goose. Are we Sandmanning or Leeching? Spider Crotch is definitely a feature, not a bug. Big agree. Big agree. I think I'm Leeching. I can't play Electro into Gamma Lab. Unfortunately, there is an Ebony Maw sitting there, which makes that slightly impossible. I think the Sandman change is pretty good universally, to be honest. So we're going to Doom this turn in case we draw the Odin. Opponent with the no ability arrow. Opponent's out of here. Of course, we can't draw the Odin. It's turn 5. And we have an American Chavez in our deck. Never mind. Still correct. Opponent giving us 2 cubes. Have 12 days of holiday to take before holiday year reset in April. Ooh, I'm jealous. It is one of the things I miss about being an independent contractor. Is that I don't actually really get holidays. I just don't get paid. Well, the Absorbing Man buff, so it now triggers twice with effects like Karmatage and Wong and everything else that would double abilities. Spider Crotch! So yeah, you now get to Absorbing Man twice, like you would expect you would. I think Doom. So I guess spoiler chat, because I might have a video coming on this in the next few days. I think Doom and Mr. Fantastic are the 2 most underplayed cards in Marvel Snap right now. I think Doom and Mr. Fantastic are both exceptionally good. Do I snap on this? This feels kind of silly. Think we snap on this. Oh, Bryce, I'm sorry. If you don't enjoy Sandman, for what it's worth, I don't think Sandman's going to be suddenly a format-defining card. But maybe I'm wrong. Your time is up. No worries now. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, and we just get to go... Opponent snapped back. This one's going to be a disco. So we just get the Maw down while we can play it, right? Oh, this is tough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just get the Maw down while we can play it. And squeak the Sunspot in later. Oh, opponent with the armor. The armor, so rude. My Electro just wanted to die horribly, and you wouldn't let him. Think I'm a Doom fanboy here. I have 6 energy every turn moving forward anyway. Yeah, for sure, Brandon. Opponent with the Shuri. Feel like we are about to eat a fat Shuri Zero game, which is a concern. We know we're drawing America Chavez, which is never going to be relevant. No Aero here actually sucks real bad. I think I have to try and fizzle Zola. I think that's the play. Opponent should play mid here if they're going to Zola their thing. I think pulling Shuri in would at least give me the chance to do it. Yeah, I think I wanted the downside though, Kappa, because I want my opponent to think they're gonna win if they extend there, because I couldn't get stats in. So Taskmaster makes a 12. Opponent, how do I lose this? This is another 5 everywhere. This becomes 20. The Captain Marvel moves, I lose Monster Metropolis. I don't win this, do I? Opponent just plays left and I never win this. Yeah, anything left beats me. Have to let it go.
Escaped.
Shuri over Jubilee? Potentially. I've thought about it. I think Jubilee is easily the card I'm not sold on with this list whatsoever. The problem is when your game plan every game is to go Electro or Wave on 3, you very rarely get time to play the Shuri. I guess that's true of Jubilee too. Not really sure what should be in that slot right now. Kind of giving it some thought. Maybe it's supposed to be like a Lizard or something, so you've got a turn 2 play. Lizard might be fine. Think I would prefer to keep Fist Tower open for Aero a lot of the time. No reason to play more on 1 because, again, we have no need. We do draw the Electro, so I'm fairly certain we're going to be snapping here. Opponent with the Lizard. I kind of like everything else in theory. It's definitely the... That's a pretty good one. It's definitely the Jubilee that I'm not sure about. Every other card in the deck feels like it probably belongs. Doc Ock, I don't really think I want another 5. Maybe I do. Yeah, for sure, Luke. I was going more for the horrible Billie Eilish reference, but whatever stands out to you, I will accept. So we don't have reveal priority yet, so the best thing we can do is go get reveal priority, I think. Then just chain off some arrows. Playing with the big old Darkhawk, which apparently stops us from getting reveal priority. No, it doesn't. We're all good. We're all Gucci. So Arrow gun, Odin gun, hopefully. Alternatively, Doctor Doom can work as well, of course. Opponent played to Fisk Tower anyway. Does Doom. Doom changes the math. Now I think I have to Doom myself. But I lose to an Odin. How likely is my opponent playing Odin? I think it's very likely they're playing Odin. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Lizard. It's probably the card I want to try replacing it with, I think. Jubilee hasn't felt very relevant at the moment. Like, at all. You could definitely try Psylocke in theory as well. Psylocke might also be fine, but I feel like there's so many cards that care about reveal priority. We're good here, right? The Doom wins us this game. Pog. Happy to have thought that one through and not get blown out by my opponent's Nightcrawler. I think we're gonna make that small change. I think we're gonna go make the adjustment on Jubilee. Go make the change. I think in theory it sounds like a good idea. I think I'm gonna try Psylocke to. Nah. I think I'm gonna try Lizard to start with. I think I'm gonna try Lizard over Psylocke to start with. I think the stats are just very relevant for getting priority in this deck. Making sure your Electro beats Cosmo. That kind of stuff. So think I'm going for the Lizard. Vision's an interesting card for this deck, honestly, but I think it goes in one of the Sandman or Leech roles. If you want it. Viper, I think Viper's probably a bit win more. Cool. Let's try a version with Lizard and see how we feel. It was just an I'm a bad man reference. I'm a bad man. Duh. Was the first thing I thought of when my brain was like, Sandman. Make a Sandman joke. And so that's kind of where I ended up. Use Cloak for mind games. I think the extra stats actually end up mattering more than you'd think because my opponent can be playing Lizard themselves. Yeah, it's not much. It's literally just a... I couldn't think of a better name, so... Here it is. So think we're mooring here. Because we're going to be Lizard on 2, Wave on 3, basically always. Yeah, you're really not missing a lot if the joke didn't land, don't worry. Cool. You're not an idiot, don't worry. I'd say it's a very, very niche reference at best. I just couldn't think of a better name for the deck when I was building it like 30 minutes before the stream. This might be the old double Odin wave game. Here I was thinking you were one of the lucky few. That's certainly one way of putting it. Opponent goes into Washington, D.C. Trying to race the Ebony Maw. We are probably looking for a Doctor Doom to fix that problem. We find a Magneto. I think I just want to keep my opponent under wave for as long as I can. Looking for Dr. Doomicus. Is Coulson meta or something? Coulson's pretty good. It fits mostly into the Devil Dinosaur shells, the Darkhawk shells, a couple of the Zabu shells. Keeping the opponent underwater, that's pretty good. Yeah, if it fits into a few decks. Meta enough that it sees a decent amount of play, I would say. Not like meta defining, but good. Opponent chooses to move the sunspot. I think I'm okay with that. They get the Magnet Man in play themselves, pull the wave over. It's pretty popular. I mean, what I mean is the joke is a bit narrow. We do find the Doom. Think we Doom? Doom seems good. You got it in your shop? Fair enough. I think it's a brand new to Series 3 card, right? So I think we are likely just supposed to go Aero here, right? We have reveal priority. I'm fairly sure this ends up being the correct thing to do. Card sweep. Card sees a decent amount of play. Opponent's out of here. Gets their retreat on. It's the only pull 3 card I don't have currently, so I assume I'll open it pretty shortly. Decks felt pretty reasonable. There's definitely a little bit of tension between are you supposed to Sandman on 4 or Leech on 4 in a lot of matchups, and I think that will just come with practice and knowing a little bit more about what the opponent is trying to do. Which is good. I think that's fine. This is a turn 4 Leech hand currently, which is pretty good TM. Pretty good TM. Opponent with a nice gold back sunspot. Very nice. What do I think of the Spider-Woman buff? I think she's getting closer and closer to being playable. Card's always been pretty reasonable. I think this is supposed to go in Mojo World because I can set myself up to challenge that location potentially. Opponent is Electroing as well. This is a bit of a greedy snap. Because if I get leeched back, I'm going to be quite sad. But we ride. Gold with no particles? No, that's particles. Blue ones. They're there. Wave into Zola into Odin is hilarious. I can believe that. Opponent with the Shuri. Opponent will Dock with no stats. Oh, well, no ability, I should say. It has plenty of stats. Steven, you're more than welcome to share it in the Discord if you like. And if I find I have a window to play it, I certainly will. I think we just Aero here, right? Opponent could like 5-head us here and pass on the sunspot, but I think we are supposed to do this. Yeah, I think Spider-Woman is getting closer and closer to being a playable card. I don't run every time here, right? I have reveal priority, so I should punk a Zola. Any of the deck forums is fine, Steven. They went for the sunspot line. Ah. I think that's pretty heads up from our opponent, to be honest. Seems pretty heads up to grow the sunspot there. I think sticking around is fine. I guess we should be a little scared of Azola sometimes, but I think that's pretty heads up for my opponent to make that play. Makes me wish I played the Odin instead, but that was kind of the gamble that we had to take: is do you Odin or do you Aero? Because Odin wins that game. Odin on Doctor Doom pretty happily wins that game thanks to Mojo World. So I think it's very much a case of both players spitting in the dark there and trying to see what lands, and but basically who guesses right. If I Doom there, I lose to the. If I Doom there, I lose to the Zola. I lose to any big thing, basically. It's an interesting dilemma. No turn 3 ramp this game is a bit awkward. Reached CL 4000 over the weekend, very nice. Sandman ramp feels good. It's been pretty promising so far. I kind of feel like my opponent is the Sandman buff is live right now. He's in our hand with 5 power. And it has 5 cost. I kind of need to make sure I don't get eaten alive by a Galactus here, I think. Maybe this is a bit too scared, but I think it's so easy for my opponent to just put it in the Ebony Maw lane and ruin us. Brand new subscription coming in, Christabel. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Sandman or Leech, chat. Sandman or Leech. I think it's supposed to be Leech. Yeah, plenty of new buffs. Nice to see, honestly. Yeah, I think no worries, Whisker. Happy to help. The patch came out of nowhere, so I think I'm going to build negative in general in a little bit, because I want to see how the Dark Hawk buff, or nerf, I should say, changes it. Yeah, with it being the mirror, I lead towards Leech, personally. Sadly, we hit the Electro out of our hand, which is a bit of a big sad. Opponent hits their Magneto, which is, of course, cheating. I hate it when Grand Central just kind of decides a game. It's very boring. This Magneto just doesn't do anything. We are out. Very cool.
Escaped.
Basically, this comes down to what we hit on Grand Central there. Do we have any new bundle leaks? Nothing that's been announced before I went live. If we've had anything data mined since then, you can go check the website or go check our Twitter. And if we found anything already, it will be up and out as news. But yeah, we are. I've been live for the last like 2 and a bit hours, so it's possible I've missed something in that time, as I don't check the socials while I'm live. What is this pile of nightmare-inducing locations? Why? Why would the game do this to me? Who did I upset? We have the Electro. Something at least. Opponent waves. Okay. What a miserable game. Excuse me. Have I joined any Snap tournaments? I've not had time, honestly, between being unwell and trying to keep on top of everything work. I've not had the ability as much as I would love to have done. I think we're just leeching, but it's going to be kind of hard to win this. Especially when the opponent's got a vision. Not sure we're ever beating a vision. Can still draw Dr. Doom, I guess. I guess Doom is the only out, really. Yeah, Negative's a great deck if you're happy to retreat a lot but win a lot of cubes when you win. Very much how I feel about Negative. And I enjoy Negative, to be fair. It's an archetype I tend to have a good time with. Doom is no longer an out.
All systems go.
I think we're just stone dead. Yeah, we weren't drawing Doom anyway, so. Miserable. The old Sanctum Sanctorium Morag game. Fun and interactive for both players. With lots of meaningful decisions. This one has not felt very good so far, chat, I'll be honest. The deck that we were playing before, the double doctor list was feeling pretty good. This one is feeling a bit sugary. I disagree, Kappa. I think if you're willing to set a lot of cubes on fire, you'll win a lot of cubes too. You just have to be very, very aggressive with your snaps playing Negative, which is not always fun for everybody. Not everyone's favour of the week. How good is Agent Coulson? I think he's a meta-playable card. I don't think he's format-defining, but he'll find a home in a lot of random Zabu shells, Dino shells, that kind of stuff. Even the odd Surfer deck, he's pretty sweet. Drawing from the opponent's deck. Don't you love Weird World when you're playing an Electro deck? This Lockjaw is pretty hot, admittedly. The problem is I can't actually deposit the Ebony Maw into it. So I think we're just going to play it next to the Sunspot. A lot of bundles been data mined, makes a lot of sense. As I say, unfortunately I know nothing about them right now, as they have been spoiled while I've been live. So I'll have to take a look a bit later. Reality Stone? Alright, I'm kind of game to do that. Yeah, like if you have turn 3 negative, you just snap and your job is done, right? So we go Lockjaw like this. And just absolutely spin. Yeah, no auto update. You gotta restart your game. Gotta restart your game. I'm the Sandman. Duh. And we leech our opponent? That's fun and interactive. Now we need that Dr. Doom. No Dr. Doom. Unfortunate. Excuse me. Pretty happy to Magnet Man here and see where we land. Yeah, I'm in an argument about how I brew negative at the moment and what you want to be caring about. So we're dead to rights here, right? Can't do anything to help ourselves here. For sure. Opponent snaps on 6 again for no reason.
Escaped.
No, opponent's the happy man because our own Ebony Maw very much shut us out there. Yeah, this one really not been coming together, to be honest. We're doing the thing pretty consistently, but it's not feeling very strong. Yeah, the Deadpool bundle is meant to be in a few hours, I think, if I remember correctly. Reality Stone into the bar with no name. I think I'd rather just leave. Yeah, we can try and play the Shuri Black Panther Taskmaster Zola version of negative, or we can play like something a bit more refined. Not sure. Pretty happy to gain priority here with this Ebony Maw. Glad to see some of the data mine ones also have tokens. That is good to see. I'm happy to hear that. It's always concerning when the next chunk of bundles don't have any collector tokens, but to be fair, I can never afford to buy the bundles anyway, so it doesn't change an awful lot for me. I think I'm snapping. Prefer that version with Shuri. Dark Ult with Jane Foster. I always feel super awkward with the Jane Foster version of negative because every time I draw her after I negative, I want to eat my fucking eyes. Pardon my language. Necrosha is kind of sad face here. I think we take our leech on 4. I think one of your best cards in negative is Bast. I don't really think you want to be playing cards to make your Bast worse, if that makes sense. So we'll go Magnet Man mid. Probably into Aero mid. I think this is our best shot here. Opponent's out of here.
Victory.
Very smooth. I wonder if they're trying something in March. There seems to be a lot of smaller weekly bundles. They certainly... Okay, chat. I'll let you in on a little bit of a trade secret, okay? Because I imagine there's a lot of people that don't necessarily know this is what's happening inside Marvel Snap right now. But I've been working in games for a very long time. And what Second Dinner is doing right now is doing market research on the acceptable price point. You'll notice all the bundles have been all over the place. 3,200 gold here, 9,000 gold there. $5 here with the Jubilee one. $100 with the Apocalypse one. All kinds of different value small ones over the course of the next month. They just want to know how much the majority of their player base is willing to spend. That's the information they want. Yeah, I'm running some Sandman right now. Well, we're going to be switching shortly, I think. Ed, I probably will. Like, I haven't really bothered to try hard this season through mostly lack of motivation. But I think there's a very good chance I probably, towards the last couple of days of the month, just want the card back and smash off the ranks, or at least try to. In the world of comfort pick at that point. Oh, dude, that's a horrible Polaris. Comfort pick at that point. It's probably Shuri 0, to be honest. Maybe they'll settle on a decent range. Well, I'm sure letting them know which ones you're willing to buy and which ones you won't is largely going to affect that, I think. I can just lock off Kiln. So okay, this is the out, right? The out is draw Doctor Doom. The out is draw Doctor Doom. Yeah, they're looking for data. That's really all it comes down to, for sure. Players have the same name in Marvel Snap? I believe you can, yes. Or at least similar variations of. Alright, the out is still draw Doctor Doom. Sandman, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. The Jubilee bundle was amazing? Yeah, I think it was. But unsurprisingly, that's all Second Dinner care about. They want to know, the majority of their player base, what are they happy to spend on ancillary products every month, and what price point is okay. And slowly but surely, they're getting their answer by trying different price bundles. Dr. Doom is the out. Never mind. Opponent wants to give me a backup out by turning Limbo into a location. Deal. So still looking for that Dr. Doom. We are 1 in 3 to find it. Hey. Yeah, we have a turn 7, chat, so the Doom was still a valid line. I still lose to Odin here sometimes. I'm not snapping because I'm not confident. Come on, win the 50-50. Got very lucky. Very, very lucky for both Tigers to flip left. What do I think about Captain Marvel? I think she's very good. And I think if you want her in the Leech and or Sandman and or Aero slot, she's probably pretty good there. Does this just lose always to Odin? Not always. Playing to our outs? Certainly did. Certainly did. Thank you for the brand new subscription, Nagash. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I think there's a lot of choices in the 5-drop slot you can play in this deck. Something like Captain Marvel, Vision, they're all reasonable suggestions. You just have to decide which 5 you're giving up to make space. There's a chance you don't want both Leech and Sandman. Maybe you only want one or the other. Ah, the Spider Crotch is back. Why does this keep happening? How big are the chances to get Thanos in collection level? Exceptionally low. 0.25% to get a Series 5 card, and of course there could be any of them. The game is lagging beyond belief. That is a weird looking TVA. I would like to play my Ebony more. Hello? Hello? Oh, the Spider Crotch is back. This is a joke. I am not sure what's happening with Marvel Snap. But, like, we have lost, like, maybe 6 cubes tonight to just unplayable games that we load into the client and can't play. It's quite frustrating. I'm using the PC client. I don't use BlueStacks if I can help it. It's better for streaming. Looks like I need to restart chat. Client is actually just balked. This has been a pretty unfortunate technical decision tonight. Client having a real bad one. Can you use this deck without Wave? I think Wave is a really, really, really big loss to this strategy. The only acceptable replacement, I think, is Psylocke, but that's a pretty narrow one. It's been lagging a lot today. It was really bad the last time. We played on Friday, too, on stream, and it was really bad then as well. Oh, now it's lagging the stream. Yeah, Hawkson, like, you can win cubes with it. You can definitely win cubes with it, but the success rate, as in actual win rate, is pretty low. I am streaming. My computer is using many more resources. I'm sure there's some memory leaks in here somewhere. 6K for Thanos, is he worth it? So my normal answer to this is I am a guy on the internet. It's hard for me to tell you what is worthwhile to you personally. Based on your collection level, the cards you own, all that kind of wonderful nonsense. The command is in the chat to explain that in more detail. But I think with Thanos not coming down anytime soon, I would expect it to be a pretty good buy at 6k. Why is it so important? As in, why is Wave so important? You are trying to accelerate from 3 to 5 as consistently as possible. And if you lose your ability to accelerate to 5, well, if you lose one of your cards that lets you do that, that's a pretty big loss. The client currently is not even loading back up, so bear with us a second, chat. If you're joining me and you're hanging out while we try and restart the Snap client and fix these bugs, all I ask of you is please consider liking the stream. All you got to do is scroll on down, press that upwards facing thumb, let YouTube know that we're doing a good job all around. Algorithm and all that jazz. It's super appreciated. If you haven't already, you can of course subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're not missing out on content here at Marvel Snap Zone either. Gabe, this deck is already kind of inconsistent. Like I think making the deck more inconsistent probably loses you a lot of games. Hence why I say I think Wave is a pretty significant loss. Man, some serious client issues right now. Guess we'll give this one more restart and see if we can get it fixed. Sorry folks, obviously technology issues are beyond my control, especially if they are actually on Snap's end. Hopefully it's not too bad. And we can get back in quickly. Happy to help, Gabe. Happy to help. Chat finally catching up on the right-hand side as well. I enjoy Thanos quite a lot. Thanos is a very fun deck for me. Oh, dude. Stream would be easier if... How dare I not personally review Second Dinner's code? Do you have any idea how bad I am at coding? I'm actively very poor at coding. It's probably for the best that I don't. This is directly your fault. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Brandon, I'm very sorry for your loss. Unfortunately. Whoops. I guess. Oh, Luke. Oh, dear. So car change is interesting. I agree. I agree. Less exciting, but interesting. Oh, no. The client loaded back up, and we have a reconnect to game button, which means we're about to lose even more cubes as we try and get back into the same game it booted us out of. Bastis Series 4 right now, that's correct, yeah. Ben filled the servers with rocks again? Yeah, sounds about right. We have lost so many cubes tonight to the client crashing, it is pretty frustrating. Like, we had an Ebony Moore this game and everything. Like, we were probably in really decent shape to race a TVA. Look at the lack of assets, chat. I can't click anything. This is great. Oh, LOC title name. Possibly the most unique title I've ever seen.
Escaped.
Yeah, this has been a pretty rough one technologically tonight. It's a shame. These things happen, of course. Server just polluted with rocks. Yeah, sadly I can't stream from my phone, or at least not very easily, so I am stuck here dealing with the technical issues. Really hope that the April Fool's bundle was an actual April Fool's. That would be quite funny. We're going to turn this lizard into probably a sunspot because that's how unlucky we are. What did I say, chat? My deck is full of monstrously huge cards. And yet, we have a sunspot. Alright, time to find the Ebony Maw. You ready, chat? I'm ready to find the Ebony Maw. But a Moon Knight's away the Magneto. Pulls up a sunspot. Wave going into the deck. Pulling out Ebony Maw. What? I told you! My deck has so many big cards in it. Why? Why must you do me like this? Man, the client is balked, man. This is not good. The lag is really bad. Well, we probably weren't winning that lane anyway. Which is fair enough, I suppose. I am leaving. What a horrible chunk of variance. Imagine over half your deck costing more than 5. And Quantum Tunnel is just like, nah, bro, I got you. I know what you want. I know what you want the 1 drops, man. What you want is the 1 cost cards. Those are where it's at. Thank you, Quantum Tunnel. I wonder what my 3rd card is. Man, this lag is like almost unbearable. Playing with the Hood in Warrior Falls makes a lot of sense. Always the Wasp from the tunnel. Oh, yeah, exactly that, right? Hey, some good variants to balance it out with the Sunspot in Luke's bar. Couple brand new subscribers coming in, Luke Lawson and Gabriel Gabig. Thank you very much. Appreciate you both. Welcome to Marvel Snap Zone.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
This Carnage is not sure if it wants to eat the Hood. It's trying. There it goes. No, the red thing keeps appearing from the home screen. It is leaking through. Lumeria just like stopped halfway, which is very funny. Sadly, this Electro is not going to trigger this turn, which is kind of sad. Would be nice if we can pin variants. Sadly, I'm fairly certain it's never going to happen. As they want us to FOMO spend money. Is my thoughts. Do I wave here? I think I just take the pass actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but it's just been around for a while on my end. This brand of Marvel Snap, where you have to avert your gaze from... I'm not reading that. That's some fan fiction you got going on right there, Brandon. Some truly A-star fan fiction. So I think I'm supposed to Doom, and then it might be correct for me to Magneto. Electro not in Luke's bar. Why would I play it in the bar? I can just have it die. Which seems better. Any deck you can squeeze Super Scroll into? I think Scroll is better in battle mode than it is on the ladder, unfortunately. Oh, the suspense is killing me. This Killmonger is also killing me. I have Thanos, yeah. Yeah, I played my fair share of Thanos. Uh... No way. 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just meant to Magnet Man. Pull the 3s out. And we win this way. Opponent's null doesn't matter. Very nice.
Victory.
Very, very nice. Okay. Fighting through technical issues. We will get our cubes back eventually. It's been a slow and painful one. My lord. Or is it? Alright, good hand. We have our Electro. And now it costs 4, which makes it significantly worse. Yeah, this Magneto variant is gorgeous. I've split it quite a lot of times as well. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I guess I can still draw a wave. Yeah, the Magnet Man is really nice. Yeah, Brandon, for sure. I appreciate that. Well, hopefully my opponent likes rocks. Give you all the Archer variants, yeah. So, I'm a sucker for Rion Gonzalez's art. I own the Spectrum. I have the Arrow, the Rogue, sorry. And I'm really happy that the upcoming season pass is hers, because oh boy, am I going to play that Cosmo and that Goose. I just love her artwork. I think she's incredible. I had to give up on the quest for acquiring all of the Art Germ variants, because sadly for me anyway, they paywalled the Scarlet Witch, so I will never have it, which is a shame. Opponent will Jubilee here. The Dan Hip Cosmo is very cute. I have a lot of Dan Hip ones. The Wasp is pretty sweet. I'm a fan. Thoughts on Stature? Okay. Those are my thoughts, honestly. I think she's very she's okay, like playable. Not insane, but definitely playable. Okay, I actually wasn't sure if my opponent was going to try and play a 6 there, but it appears that they are, which is pretty great. Yeah, Art Germ variants are a lot of people's favourites, mine included, to be honest. I'm a really big fan of a lot of the Art Germ stuff. Oh, we've completed a season pass. Okay, chat, it's a big one. It's a big one. Get your guesses in. You have 30 seconds. We have a mystery variant on the season pass track. What card? What variant? Go. You got 30 seconds. Let me know. What card is the variant for? What kind of variant is it? Luchador Taskmaster is kind of baller. I love that one. Pixel. Pixel's a good guess. There's a lot of those. Baby Wolverine. Okay, I can work with that. JSOC Sports variant. It's always a Pixel. Pixel Angela. Can't be Pixel Vulture. I've already got that one. Pixel Leader. I don't even think that's in the game yet, I don't think. Sports Miles. I'd love Sports Miles. Pixel Cyclops. Pixel and everyone's Pixel. Stop willing the pixels into existence, chat. Okay. This isn't too bad. This is like not my favorite angel, but it's alright. Alright, back to the Sandman. Back to the Sandman we go. Everybody wanted pixel variants, man. Why would you do that to me, chat? Why would you wish that on me? Why would you keep wishing the spider crotch on me, man? I just want to play the game. Nice chibi. Yeah, it is. I think it's a pretty nice chibi variant. Yo, you like pixel variants? Pixel variants are not for me, personally. Yeah, I don't think that's terrible. I think that's okay. I think that one is pretty reasonable. Jotunheim kind of blows. Counter curse to pixels, is that how that works? Angel could use a buff, yeah, for sure. Oh, the Nexus? Okay, we should be pretty good into the Nexus the majority of the time, but it means we're about to get a little bit touch and go. Chibi is just a smooth pixel. That's like saying that ham is just a meaty version of broccoli. Like, what? Oh, so Nusakar turned up. Okay. Well, we'll play the Ebony Maw in which case, and we're just going to get a big idiot over there. Opponent with the Sauron. Sakar triggers. Pulls their Shuri. Oh, God. I'm not sure we're beating a Shuri here. Okay. I am probably going to have to arrow out of the Nexus, which really blows. Okay, so, well, no, now we have to Magneto out of the Nexus. Yeah, so this wins, right? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I don't want to like have meaty broccoli. That's disgusting. It's like chewable milk. No, thank you. This is winnable, right? So we go Arrow this turn, Magnet Man, the Typhoid Mary out. It depends on what the turn 6 is, right? Still think we lose. I don't think we beat the turn 6. Gonna retreat to the snap. Turns out Shuri into the Nexus is always quite silly. Luchador, Warpath, Taskmaster, and Drax, and the Venom holding the championship belt is like the best. I love that one. It's a winnable line, but I think we lose to a snap a lot of the time. Don't think we can stick around. Our opponent's turn 6 often just ends up being too good. I think. Warrior Falls. Warrior Falls is fine. Alright, what do you say, Chad? Do you wanna try and build some Darkhawk negative after this? How do we feel about the idea of building some Darkhawk negative after this? That sounds awful, honestly, Jai Ching. Maybe it's just an acquired taste, but not a fan. I think I'm snapping on this Electro.
Oh, snap.
How come you never see a variant of a card you've been playing for months? I have in the past. I've definitely hit a few good variants before. Opponent waves for me. Okay. Yeah, Championship Belt Venom is nice. I am big jealous. I think we're supposed to Magneto. If our opponent doesn't play into the Space Throne, we just win the Space Throne. They do play into the Space Throne with their own Magneto, sure. Nick, so far I've actually been kind of unimpressed, to be honest. I'm hoping that changes in the next while. Opponent with the Jessica Jones. Yeah, Kappa, we're just trying things. I'm not against trying things. It's mostly what the experiment is for, right? What's the correct play here? We can Odin for another Doom bot. Or we can Aero. The Odin never wins. I'm not, to be fair, I'm not sure the Aero does either. This feels like it's probably better for tiebreaker reasons. Nullified Storm. Nullified Storm is a nice one for sure. Opponent has the Doom as well. So up by 8, up by 6. So we get there on tiebreakers because we played the Odin. Hog. Just pulled a cool Adam Warlock. I have the best Adam Warlock. Like the actual best Adam Warlock, the Flaviano one. I love it. It's very, very good. Yeah, I think Aero loses on breakers pretty often there. I'm going to take one more with this game, see if the deck can't get us back over 84 after all the horrible cube losses to bugs, and then we'll build some negative, and then we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I don't have Nullified Storm. I would quite like Nullified Storm. Sadly, it's not a variant that I've had the ability to acquire. It's a pretty sweet one, though. I think a lot of the Nullified variants are quite nice. I'm not a fan of the Lockjaw or the Cosmo, though, to be honest. They're not for me. Yeah, big fan of Flaviano Adam Warlock. It's actually one of my higher variants in the game. Wish I had more places to play him other than just the occasional Bass negative shell. I think I want to play Valkyrie in my negative list, especially if I'm playing Darkhawk. If I'm playing Darkhawk in negative, I think Valkyrie becomes even better. That's interesting to think about. Is this snap worthy? I don't know what my opponent's doing, so probably not. Armor Sunspot really could just be anything is the problem here. I don't really know if we're supposed to Leech or Sandman, or just Doom or Odin or any of the above. I think I lean towards Doom. Yeah, I think I lean towards Doom. But with the Aero, thankfully, Doom completely blows out Aero. It's one of the reasons that I actually think Doom is so underplayed right now is because it laughs in the face of Aero. How's it going? It's going pretty well, thank you, Shade. Holding our own, and we've had some pretty bad technical issues, but beyond that, we're okay. Hopefully you are too. Let's Aero here, and then probably Odin turn 6. Shade, okay, I need to say this for Shade, and I also need to say this for everyone else in chat. Like, you never have to apologize to me for not being around. Like, real life is important, things get in the way. Please make sure that you continue to live your life and take care of things. I will just be very, very happy when you are here, and that's the important part. And so we just go for the Odin on the Aero. I appreciate when you can join me, but please, please never apologize for being busy. The old alley-oop. Yeah, Leech clearly doesn't, like, Shuri Zero doesn't care about Leech, but every other deck in the format does. Ow, the Sunspot. The Sunspot's too big. Okay. I did not think opponent was playing 3 energies worth of stuff on that last turn of the game. And they did. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, let's try and build this negative deck, huh? Let's try and build this negative deck. I'm curious as to what this thing looks like now. I do actually have a deck slot. Nice. He won anyway. He won anyway. He only plays Titania Lizard. So, he wins anyway. Negative. Darkhawk. Alright. So, things that we know we want. I wanted favorites only. Things that we know we want. We'll have to deal with the horrible load speed. Well, just kicked your butt. You now officially hate jackhammering after doing it for 13 hours. Jesus, dude. Fair play to you. So the bishop. The bishop goes in the deck almost certainly. The Mysterio. Not the Mysterio, sorry, the Mystique. Oh, Monarch deck that's really helping you from climb. Good. Good, I'm happy to hear that. Negative. Darkhawk. Psylocke Zabu are things that we know we want. Psylocke. God, this lag is so bad. Zabu. Black Widow? Potentially. We'll see what we're like on space. I can definitely see that one being possible. We want the Iron Man. We want the Valkyrie. Do we want magic? Magic seems bad with Darkhawk, right? Because we're letting our opponent have another draw. Not a fan. Yeah, the Emma Frost background is quite nice. The White Queen one. I am also a pretty reasonable fan of it.
Please tell me nobody kissed me.
Thank you very much for the brand new subscription. Appreciate you. Have we had any more success not updating the app after an update to Facebook? No, I would never do that personally. Just doesn't feel right with me. Doesn't sit right. We want the Bast. We definitely want the Bast. That is a good shout. Good shout. Bast is a card that we definitely want in this deck. Okay, so we've got 3 slots to work with, chat. I think I want to stay away from Panther Zola if I'm playing Valkyrie. What about Ironheart? I don't hate Ironheart. It's not super high on my list, but I don't hate it. I'd kind of like another 4. To go alongside the Zabu and the Psylocke. Is it just Wong? Are we playing on Wong? Wong would make Ironheart better. We could try that. I think I want the Infinity Split one. Blue Marvel. That is another 5-cost card. So we definitely can't afford Rock Slide here because we are a negative deck. What's buffing Darkhawk? Nothing. He's just big enough by himself. I like Rogue. Rogue's a reasonable suggestion. Wong at the moment is only kind of taking care of Ironheart and Psylocke. It's not doing enough else. Good chance that Wong doesn't make the cut. Rogue is a consideration. What other 4 can we play, chat? Wong Korg? Not quite, I don't think. Power No Name sucks. I think it's a necessary evil. Are we ever playing Absorbing Man? Absorbing Man here is what? Going to be good with Valkyrie, Psylocke, Bast, Ironheart. Bast is in the deck already. White Tiger's not terrible. Also got a number of 5s in the deck already. Shana, I don't think we can ever rationalize Shana. Takes up too much space. Do we just need Shang-Chi? I feel like Valkyrie's doing Shang-Chi's job against Shuri Zero, so that's fine. We have a Shang-Chi. I kind of think I want another 4 to go alongside Psylocke, Zabu. Because at the moment we only have Darkhawk negative. Maybe that's enough. I feel like we have too many misses on Jubilee, because we can hit things like Bast when we don't want to, or like Ironheart, Mystique with no targets. Widow's interesting. I think we have enough early game is the problem. I think we need another reasonably big thing. Dracula, well, we're not discarding anything to Dracula. Be quite small. Is Shuri ever just good enough to play alone? So, Shuri into Valkyrie on 6 does theoretically win a lane. Are we playing Sarah? Blue Marble's interesting, I think, but I'm not sure. Are we playing Sarah? Maybe this is the trick? You don't really care if Sarah gets hit by a Bast. Surfer? We only have 4 targets for Surfer. It's not great. Shuri for psychological warfare. Tempting. Sarah does allow Iron Man plus Mystique on turn 6. Or like Mystique plus Valkyrie on turn 6. Doesn't do anything though, because you're not going to be mistaking anything relevant. I'm not sold on this. It seems like the last slot. I'm a bit stuck on the last slot here. I think I'm just going to try Blue Marble. Yeah, I'm a big fan of some of the variants I have too. I'm very lucky to have the ones I do. I think I'm going to try Blue Marble and we'll take it from there. We can get an idea of how it feels. And an experiment from that point onwards. Part of me just wants to play like Zola and just absolutely ruin my opponent's day. I don't think that's actually good. How did Ramp Sandman go? Deck was pretty medium, honestly. No, Jacob, it does not. Omega Red doesn't play very well with negative here, unfortunately. Alright. Rock Slide, same problem. Doesn't play well with the negative. Let's try this. Let's at least give it a go. And we'll see how we feel. Can we use Absorbing Man in the negative deck now? I think we probably can. I don't think it's this version, though. Let's try the Blue Marble, and then we can kind of think about our slots moving forward after we've played some games. Brandon, you forget that Thanos is one of the best decks on the ladder right now, which is a large part of the reason why I want to explore it in the deck in the first place. But 0 for 10 or even 4 for 10 is pretty good. Sarah's one that I'm willing to explore, I think. yeah, Black Widow is also on the list of ones I would be willing to explore, I think. We get punished a little if we draw exactly the negative here. When am I going to see Ant-Man? Honestly, not sure. Beating the Scorpion there is hilarious. I haven't really got a lot of upcoming time off, sadly. I got a lot to do, and money's a bit tight at the moment. Dino's an idea too? Maybe. I'm not sure you're ever actually playing the Dino. Your hand could be quite empty, I think. It's ever just a tempo Ironheart. Might be tempo Ironheart. It's going to die sometimes, but that's okay. How many tokens for Darkhawk? It's now in Series 4. And so it is... Oh, God damn it. It is the 3,000 tokens. Imagine losing Danger Room. Bruh. So we'll have 3 cards in deck at the end of the game at the moment, by the looks of it. We have no negative this game. How do we want to do this? I think I'm just giving my opponent a handful of stuff. Losing the Danger Room flip is big sad. Opponent will White Queen and Iron Man out of our hand. What about Taskmaster? We're not really creating any large power without negativing, and we're winning most of the games that we negative anyway. Okay, the Valkyrie is good. The question is if Darkhawk is worth 3k tokens, and I think he probably still is, yeah. I think I'm on board to Iron Man here. We know my opponent already has one.
I am Iron Man.
Quinjet Devil Dinosaur. Well, now we definitely win the Dino lane if we want to. But I don't think we can win another lane. I think we're boned. Best shot is like Dino Psylocke. Have we made a build with Sandman yet? Yeah, we played it for about an hour and a half. It was very medium. Very, very medium. I think this is the best we can do. The double Quinjet probably gets us killed, I think.
I am.
Yeah, opponent went with the Iron Man mid, which I don't think we're beating. We very much had to guess, I think, there. Oh no, we're good, we're right. We're just above it. Hey, look at that.
Victory.
Just good bast value. Good enough. Don't find the negative. Doesn't matter. Do I think Sandman is better than Leech? Is worth it into the Ultra Ram decks? I think it's a tough one because Shuri Zero honestly cares about neither of the above. A lot of the time, it cares about Leech more than it cares about Sandman. But the like turn 6 Death Wave decks and stuff care way more about Sandman, but they also care about Leech. It's tough. Yeah, opponent didn't want to take the 75% chance to gamble. Angela or Wolfsbane in this build. I think Wolfsbane probably sees play over Ironheart if you want to, and I think Ironheart is better. And you do not want other two cost cards than Zabu and Psylocke, because they take up a lot of space otherwise. And Zabu and Psylocke give you turn 3 negative as consistently as possible. So we take our 3 cubes, we certainly do. How likely am I to blind Psylocke onto... I think pretty unlikely, unless I draw exactly negative. Yeah, Bast is kind of the nut high. The card is a bit good. Yeah, Joe, I reckon you do quite a lot, especially against the Thanos decks. Drawing the Iron Man always feels kind of bad, so we are going to Bast here because we are more likely to want to Psylocke into Blue Marvel than we are, or Psylocke into Iron Man, than we are to draw exactly Mr. Negative. We draw the Zabu instead. That's fine. Not a huge fan of Wolfbane. Yeah, neither am I. I think the problem is with Magic is that you are playing Darkhawk, and giving your opponent another draw step sounds terrible. Like, Darkhawk will be very good here. My opponent has 11 cards in their deck. I would love that. Iron Man or Blue Marvel, Iron Man or Blue Marvel, Iron Man or Blue Marvel. That is the question. It's dangerous however we want to cut the mustard. I think getting the Iron Man into the big house sounds very appealing, even if we lose the Bast. Opponent taking the pass on the Sunspot makes that even more appealing. Very cool. We draw the Bishop. Okay. Gotta rogue that Power Stone. Do I, though? I kind of don't want reveal priority here, but I kind of do. I think I'm just gonna go Bishop Zabu here. Dino pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Darkhawk is an interesting counterplay to the Thanos decks on the ladder, essentially. Opponent's Dino. Might get me killed. Let's find out. Excuse me. How we doing, folks? Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you. If you are enjoying the stream, please do make sure you like it for me. And leave that lovely like and comments. And subscribe if you haven't, of course. Obviously. The lag here is unreal, unfortunately. I have indeed seen the MTG spoilers, yes. Opponent's Magneto changes nothing here. Bullseye. Turns out stealing opposing Devil Dinosaurs. Pretty good. Yeah, Thalia and the Gitrog monster makes me happy. Alright. We're doing things. We got some lag to deal with at the moment, but my big pick at the moment for Absorbing Man Shade is the Hazmat Luke Cage deck. Now that Absorbing Man works with Wong the way he's supposed to, that'd probably be where I'd start. It's good in some Surfer decks too. Helps you play around Leech. Okay, I am going to Bast on 1 here because I'm hoping to draw a 2-cost card to play and get my negative on 3. That is the plan. Oscorp Tower. Oh! Please and thank you. I will snap. Thank you kindly. This is my Psylocke. There are many like it. But this one is mine. Yeah, missing Luke Cage unfortunately renders that deck mostly unplayable, I think. Which is a really big shame. Alright folks, let's get negative. Opponent will wave. Are we about to get Galactus? Feel like we're about to get Galactus. This is tough, right? Because if we don't get Galactus, I get sad because we lose Kiln to whatever my opponent plays there instead. If it is Galactus, it's very winnable. Alright. Thanos so far happens to have a new start of game animation. But it doesn't have its other animation just yet. Wong Hazmat negative, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind checking that out.
Enough said, Bob.
Opponent wins the coin flip about the Wolverine dying twice. I don't think we can ever skip there, Shade, because we've gotta get the Iron Man down, I think. We're safe from Shang-Chi at the moment. We even find the Valkyrie? Don't lag out on me now. I don't want reveal priority. Oh no! You're not supposed to Dr. Octopus. We might be okay. But now I'm not so sure. No, we're good, right? This is just opponent getting completely rolled.
Iron Man.
Because this doesn't even get Shang-Chi'd. Like, you can't Shang-Chi any of this. Chat, I need you to tell me something. Have you ever seen a 60 power location that you cannot Shang-Chi and there's not an armor there or a Cosmo there? Look at that. Valkyrie setting my opponent's Doc Ock to 3 power. Good night. Thank you. Valkyrie versus Galactus is the nuts. It's so good. Nice lane, idiot. Yeah, Iron Man just the best. Negative gaming, something like that. Big cube equity. It would be if we weren't having so many technical problems. These games are really struggling tonight, but we work through. We work through the struggle. Enchantress could get the time. Yeah, sure.
Victory.
Okay, well, if it's going to give us back some cubes that it stole from us earlier, I'll take that, I suppose. That poor Doc Ock, no, he got what he deserved. Doc Ock absolutely got what he deserved. I won't hear anything to the contrary. Okay, hand is kind of gunk.
So,
Brand new subscription coming in from Crestman. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome to Marvel Snap Zone. Is matchmaking screwy? I believe they have accepted there is some issues with matchmaking currently. I'm not sure they've reported on exactly what they are. They know there is some issues currently, so probably. Do I think Thanos is OP now? No, I do not. I don't think this buff changes very much at all, to be honest. I think most of Thanos' power, if not all of his power, is from his stones. I don't think the body is super relevant. I actually think the fact you can Shang-Chi the body might provide you with a game win every now and then. think the deck is still very good. Don't get me wrong. Still think it's very good. But I don't think this buff changes very much. Bast here gonna juice up the Iron Man, Psylocke, and Iron Heart. I'm a little worried about firing off this Iron Heart here because our opponent probably will be Killmongering at some point this game. I'd say Titania first, personally. Definitely a little worried about getting Killmongered here, so I think I'm going to Bishop. Put with a Lizard and a Scarlet Witch. Yeah, again, personally, not really my jam, Refugee, but appreciate you saying. This game feels kind of hard to win with the Valkyrie costing 6. I don't think we're ever going to be able to stack a lane through a Killmonger that actually wins. I think I'm just going to Iron Man here. I very much expect this Killmonger to land here. If not, it'll be Wave, I would think. Sarah. Okay, so they're going for the turn 6 Killmonger, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
Iron Man.
So negative is late. All I can do here is make another Iron Man and Iron Heart, right? This is very much big fingers crossed energy for sure. I think we lose this game quite a lot. If opponent snaps, I'll probably retreat. If they don't snap, I'll probably give them the cube because we have a shot. Yeah, David, I mean, there is a lot up there right now. Can't deny that. The Nova coming down means this is definitely a big old fat Killmonger here, right? Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have to see the card image. And I knew what that was. Sadly, this is not going to be enough.
I am Iron Man.
I don't think. Come on, Ironheart, you can do it. The slow roll. Ironheart, no, come on. You can't lag now. Oh, imagine lagging on the Ironheart.
Victory.
I'm like, do we win or do we lose horribly? And the game's just like, just wait, just chill out. Hang on, give it 2 seconds. Give it 2 seconds. Oh, you won, great. Like, game wants to slow roll me. The horrible Ironheart lag. Look at that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Deck's feeling pretty good so far. Deck's doing some good stuff. GG's indeed. Got there, yeah, for sure. Ironheart was taking a sweet time thinking about it. So we get the proactive Darkhawk game this game. Give her a break. I'm sorry. I'm such a demanding streamer. She had to do the math. I love the concept of Ironheart just sitting there like, how do I win this game? Yeah, I think I would probably try playing Shang-Chi over Valkyrie if you don't have it. Would be my initial instinct. We're just going for Darkhawk Mystique here. I think I kind of prefer Bishop on turn 3. This is probably Darkhawk on 4, Mystique, Psylocke on 5. Opponent will Lockjaw. Alternatively, we can draw negative on curve. I would like to fire this off a little earlier, but... Oh, the lag is real. I think this ends up being better still. I get 2 turns. I think this ends up being better still. What about Bast? Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you need that one. I think not having Bast in this list is... It doesn't necessarily make the deck unplayable exactly, but I do think it probably makes it bad enough that you don't want to play it. I think we Blue Marvel. Opponent looks to maybe have a Darkhawk in their deck themselves. Lockjaw once again cheating the system. Yeah, sorry David. Wish I could give you any other answer, but unfortunately, I don't think it's possible. Okay, so my opponent has 7 cards in their deck. So I think this just has to be Darkhawk Mystique. I think it's too risky to Darkhawk into Baxter Building. It's so easy to lose Oscorp Tower. I think we have to do it this way. Arrow, gonna arrow. Arrow, arrow, gonna arrow. That was 30 power on the last turn of the game there, which is pretty great. But sadly arrow is gonna take away our cubes. F. Hey Rez, how we doing? Hopefully all is well with you. Ah, Spider Crotch. Why does this keep happening? Why does Spider-Man want to be on the board? Yeah, I think a large part of the reason why you want to explore Darkhawk in this negative deck right now. What is happening, dude? It's back. Like, I think a large part of the reason why you want to explore it right now at all is because Thanos is a popular deck. So far, we've drawn 0 cards and seen Spider-Man's crotch twice. The PC client is having some issues. It really sucks to be losing cubes to this stuff as well. Oh, we gained a Darkhawk. Game might be playable. Maybe. Unclear. How are you, chat? How's the weather near you? We need something to entertain us while we wait for the client to work. Thoughts on the patch? I think all round pretty good. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, did I just miss out entirely on turn 2? On turn 1, sorry. Yeah, so I casually missed my early negative because the client just gave up. Okay, great. Real shame that we didn't get to play a turn 1 Zabu there. I'm quite sad. Yep, new patch, new patch. Okay, David, hang on. I'll try and get to the question in a second. It's hard to read a lot of text in one chunk. So hang fire, I'll take a look. How did we both get Patriot? What kind of BS is this? I think we go Bishop Psylocke here. Set ourselves up with 6 energy on turn 5. Opponent will Shuri. Yeah, client is definitely struggling. It's a shame, but these things happen. Opponent's only got 4 cards in their deck. I'm not sure we're beating the Shuri here, sadly. Guess we are about to find out. $30 power Red Skull. Need the Valkyrie, I guess, to have a shot. Valkyrie would give us a shot. Rogue will not, right? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 2 9 power cards. 18. We add 19, 20, 20, 22 power here. Yeah, Bast is great. Bast is genuinely great. So we can win Tinkerer's Workshop if we try really hard. The problem is I don't think we win another lane. I guess we have to hope it's Taskmaster. We might be able to beat Taskmaster, but we don't beat Zola or anything of the sort. Not a Taskmaster. We good? I think we might just be good here. Wow, just double Darkhawk. Cracked. Absolutely cracked.
Victory.
Deal. I accept. Imagine winning the lane that's got Mr. Negative in it. Alright. David's question. Need 2 more cards to finish tier 3. I have 1,000 tokens with the Deadpool bundle later today. Would you spend the tokens to get closer? No. No, I would not. I would not spend those tokens personally. I would just wait to get your cards and save the tokens you would need to spend on the Series 3 cards. Personally. Cool. Oh, this deck's been sweet. This deck's been very sweet. The struggle is unfortunately pretty real with this every single game. We are dealing with Spider-Man every game. Plunder Castle is actually the worst location for this deck possible, I think. As we actually just straight up cannot play into it. Which is pretty miserable. Opponent with the Tempo Carnage. You got it. Oh, we've got one of those draws that the deck kind of occasionally has where you just don't do anything and die. Opponent with the Moon Knight discards Titania, discards our Valkyrie. Welcome to the Mr. Negative show sometimes, folks. This is unfortunately kind of what you sign up for. Guess we do it this way. Moon Girl from the opponent will fill up that hand. Four cards in deck. Don't think we ever win this game. I think my best hope is that my opponent plays Devil Dinosaur. Which they did not do.
What just happened?
Brand new subscription coming in. Ricardo Raposo, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome on in to Marvel Snap Zone.
I am Iron Man.
Sadly, the Bast is just a bit too late. I did mean to say to save for Series 4 and Series 5 cards, yeah. Yeah, that's roughly what I'm getting at. I think you're better off spending your tokens there. This feels like we're very dead. I think I would like to leave. What series is Goose? Goose is in Series 3.
Escaped.
Is opponent on stature? Maybe, actually. We will never know. We will never, ever know. Slowly, Momo. Unfortunately, I still have tinnitus right now. Is the reason my headphones are on the table and not on my ears. And there's still the small, very slight lingering aftermath of everything. But I am improving each day, and hopefully I will be through it sooner rather than later. I believe Stature is with us now. She might be arriving at 3 in the morning, actually, but I think she's with us now. Pull Zabu. Honestly, I have Ghost pinned in my shop, and I'm super excited to finally get it. I really want to play some Ghost Valkyrie, Enchantress decks. Oh, imagine discarding the Bishop. Tilt. Well, okay, I shouldn't complain too much. Locations aren't great for us. Yeah, I thought Stature was with us already. We draw the Valkyrie. That one could be quite sneaky a bit later on. Let's just Ironheart for now. Well, we tried to Ironheart anyway. She's taking her sweet time again. Opponent will Reality Stone into Subterranea. Please, God, why? I just negative. Why would you do that to me? Okay, well, we drew a blue marvel anyway. Opponent snaps.
Opponent snapped.
I think I'm sticking in here. This is a dino, I guess, and I'm going to be quite sad that I rogued. No, it's a leech, which is arguably worse. Man, what is going on with the mobile client, dude? Another mobile client, this is the PC client. Like, this is just almost unusable. Ah, man, losing a pile of stats here was super unfortunate. The leech was pretty backbreaking. Opponent had an actual Valkyrie, and we lost ours to the leech. I gotta be honest, I can't think straight with these games because like the lag is so crippling in like just about every way that it's like I can't stop and think. It's so crap. Alright, folks, I think I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I would like to have 1 or 2 battle mode matches to end the night, I think. I'm getting real sick of like losing cubes to the client just being ass. So if you would like a chance to play against us and play against us on stream, here's your chance, I guess. We'll wrap things up tonight with a couple of community matches. You're more than welcome to come and have a chance to play against me. All I'm going to do is throw the code up on screen. The first person to get that code will get to play against me. Simple as. And hopefully that's of interest to some of you. Oh! Oh. I guess I lied. Why is this locked? Alright, well, I guess I'm going to keep setting cubes on fire then, I guess. Sorry about that, chat. I didn't mean to get your hopes up, but I didn't realise that battle mode was currently unusable. Well then. I guess everything's broken. Sorry, chat. Not locked on mobile. Interesting. Interesting. Very strange indeed. Gotta wonder what's going on there. Miri Isle is probably good enough to just tempo this Ironheart. It must have thought there's no way that I have friends. Thank you for the confidence boost, Kappa. Appreciate it. Wonder if it's because the client's struggling? It would make some sense, honestly. We are very behind here, unfortunately. Thanos snapped away battle mode. I can see that. Thanos left us with competitive and took away battle mode. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I can't wait for that crappy argument, right? Like if Thanos is too good and is like overpowered, you know, every Redditor is gonna be, but it's balanced as all things should be. It's like the only thing you're gonna hear. I can't wait. It's gonna suck. Opponent Moon Girls just before the Mindscape goes off. I think I would like to just steal my opponent's Quinjets and hope I can play their whole hand. You got a red number on your settings icon and you can't get rid of it. That sounds pretty awful too, honestly. Alright, Mindscape, give me some goodies. Entire hand costs 2 less. I need some help. Well, that does in fact cost less. That I cannot deny. Sadly, I can't play the Bishop and the She-Hulk. So I guess my best bet is... I think I just play around Aero here is the best I can do. What a move with Rogue, I tried. Opponent just played their Chavez. Wasn't an Aero. Sadly, we are going to come up short of beating a Chavez. Went for it, we definitely tried. Had to 50-50 where the She-Hulk was supposed to go. Lost the 50-50. Feels kind of bad. Went for the sweet double Quinjet steal to try and make the Mindscape work, and sadly did not quite get paid off. The Bishop would have been really nice there too. A shame. Oh man, I felt like I've spent more time waiting around for the game to start tonight than actually playing the game, which is the big sad. Well chat, I would like to snap, but currently there is no cube. There it is. This hand is bananas, and I would like to snap, please. Promoted into your home PC, confirm battle mode appears locked on the PC client. Interesting. I do have to wonder what happened there. Drawing the Iron Man kind of sucks. Not what we were hoping to do. That's okay. We have all the priority, so we aren't getting eaten alive by a Cosmo, which is good. We gain a bishop. Gold inverted bishop. Alright. Opponent is currently doing not a whole lot of anything until turn 4. Feels like we're about to see a Shuri. Little scared of seeing my own Valkyrie here. So my opponent will Dark Hawk me. Interesting. Well, that's pretty nuts. This was basically the perfect.
I am Iron Man.
I don't think you can really draw it up a whole lot better than this.
I am Iron Man.
Sadly, we lose the Valkyrie to my opponent just like, you know, having to take it, but otherwise... Yeah, I mean, wow, jeez. We didn't even get our opponent's entire hand to load before we were done getting their hand. Disgusting. That one was practically the perfect negative draw, to be honest. It's basically everything you want in a game. Just Bast on 1, Psylocke on 2, negative on 3, Bob's your uncle, go to work. Very cool. Ugh. Subterraneous sucks. Let's hope we draw our Dark Hawk. We'll play out the rock because we have Valkyrie in our hand. And Valkyrieing rocks could definitely come up later. Alternatively, we have an Ironheart in our deck too, which we could also draw. Death's Domain. Okay, well, I think we are going to be Ironhearting over here to set up the Valkyrie. We'll probably negative into Death's Domain next turn. I don't want Nightcrawler. That kind of sucks, because it means we are almost certainly losing Death's Domain. Too many rocks, man. Too many rocks. You ready for 0 cost, 1 power rocks, chat? Because I am. Looks like, by the sounds of what chat has been saying, there's a lot of new bundles, yeah. Oh my god, 0 power rock. Look at that. Alright, so... it's probably just blue marble here. And then we can figure out what the last turn looks like. What with the Dracula did? Oh, Dracula blows out Valkyrie so bad. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. So we know they're winning Death's Domain. So the only shot we have at a win here is this. Like the only shot. And we need the Dracula to just kind of completely suck. The Dracula does not completely suck. So I think we are out of luck. I guess it's just a Chavez in their hand, which we are not going to be beating. Oh no, we are going to be beating. They only have 2 cards here, right? Wow.
Victory.
Rock's OP, chat. Rock's OP. Okay. All right, deal. Rock's overpowered. You have my attention. Very, very cool. I like this deck quite a lot, actually. I can see us working on this one a decent bit going forward. The rock value for sure. What's with Token Tuesday? I have no idea. Up against Teddy Ninja, fellow content creator. This is now a turn 2 Mr. Negative.
Oh, snap.
Deal. We were probably snapping anyway, but now you probably can't stop me. Luke Cage on the other side, huh? Grand Central reveals. So we're probably going to rogue that Luke Cage at some point in this game because that's always funny. Yes, series drop is live. Oh my god, we got the negative off first. And then they Maximus. Oh wow. Do we mind our Valkyrie losing some power? Not really. The tracker is currently available on Android already. Okay, no more bonus energy for us, but we have had our fair share. Come on, don't go crashing on me now. Okay, I think we Psylocke Ironheart. I think so. Hey, clearly thinks he's got a shot to win this. Debris is going to fill up. Man, the lag here is making the suspense just unreal. Have to do this in case we hit the Mystique. Hoping, of course, that we don't. New Spider-Woman. Very cool. Ah, we lose the Valkyrie, which is big sad. Thankfully, opponent hit a Shang-Chi, so we don't have to care. Wow!
Victory.
Disgusting. What a hand. What a hand. Oh, we're in the Microverse again. Quantum Mania! Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Okay. I'll try and take one more, but this is starting to get borderline unmovable. Valkyrie didn't impact herself. She was already 3, right? Because we bastard. Quantum Mania! Okay, assuming the second location doesn't suck, we are snapping. We are on for the old turn 3 negativo. Alright.
Snap.
Has it felt harder for you to ladder up this season compared to the last 2? Yes, it has, but in fairness, I've also not really been trying. I've definitely played way more casual decks this season and more brews and stuff because I've been kind of underwhelmed by the format and the metagame. So I've had no incentive to really try to climb. But I would argue that yes, the 80 Like 80 to 100 ranks feel way sweatier this season than they have done in the past. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. I'm a little worried we eat a fat Galactus here. Opponent snaps. We do have the tools to beat Galactus, so we are going to stick around and try and beat Galactus. Opponent has the Sandman instead. Sandman being better is really bad for this deck. That is a fair statement. Okay. So here's the big brain play, chat. My opponent's about to Galactus us. And we're about to Valkyrie them. That's a Magneto. That's cheating. You were supposed to make it only one lane we had to care about. Come on, opponent. What BS is this? You weren't supposed to leave more than one lane in play. Can you imagine how good this would be if we went under Sandman right now? I was so ready to get Galactus.
Escaped.
So ready. Yeah, to be honest, honestly, Brandon, that's fine, I think. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. But I definitely think people who have a valid criticism of it being nerfed are good. What do I think about the Sandman change? I think it's a good one. I think Electro into Sandman is now very, very powerful. I think you don't lose quite as much tempo by playing him. And for the most part, Sandman was good at shutting off turn 6, so I don't think it being a 5-cost card changes all that much. I think it's a good change. Yeah, come on, opponent. You're supposed to Galactus me. And then I Valkyrie the Galactus lane and you lose. Unfortunate. Truly sad. We've been gifted with Limbo, though. Limbo's cool. It's not actually there right now. It's an illusionary Limbo. It's actually just a black hole. No flames for you, chap. No flames from Limbo. Limbo currently just a void. An inky void. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to step away from the mobile client for a hot second after today's stream, because the desktop client, I should say, because this is unusable. It's just been so bad. Drawing the Ironheart here. Stealing the armor is mostly pointless. True to its name, I suppose. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I feel like I probably want to do this for tempo, though. The Zabu is mostly pointless at this point, sadly. I'd rather use it as a turn 5 play in order to actually play another body, potentially. It's actually, is it funny? Because I'm like getting frustrated. Right, let's get our Ironheart on, I guess. Put it all lizard. Like, I just want to be able to play my games. Why is that so hard? Alright, is it too late for the negative man? I think it probably is, yeah. I think we're going to be relying on Valkyrie to win this game. Opponent with the big She-Hulk, we don't really care about that. We are a little scared of Aero here. Captain Marvel is surprisingly problematic, actually. Because she can actually move into Fist Tower, which is what we were trying to avoid. How do we do this? I'm not sure this is ever winnable. This feels like I have to guess where my opponent intends to play, because the Captain Marvel is going to move otherwise. And I feel like that means that this is correct. Unfortunately, that means this was not correct and I went the wrong way. As Red Skull is going to be good enough for the opponent's Captain Marvel to move. Unfortunate. Okay, chat. I'm going to be wrapping things up over here as the technical problems are getting a bit silly at this point, and it's about time for us to end for the night. Yeah, Matty, unfortunately you have that problem much like everyone else does. It seems to just be a technical problem at the moment. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this post-patch stream, had a good time chilling with us and enjoying some games. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow, everything going to plan, for more things Marvel Snap. But until then, I've been HowlingMines. You've been amazing. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one. Take care. I'll see you soon.